episode of Speakers of Fidlan is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our Supreme and Master Speakers, Omeji Cat Comet, Erisu Yamakawa, Circuit Barrack Hill, Alex Franco AV, Winebow Brood, Psyche, Asuta Starbreeze, Cletus Oreo, Nina Grimstarter, Nat Clay, Lily Black, Bob Cece, Mikta Robintau, Zappa Chakwatol, Edwin, Arcadia Lunashine, Umbral Wind, Quick Levin, Pamela Isley, Camille Grinno, Elenriel Maximus, Codrith Novelist, Mira Mary, Suna Chicano, Celestau Nautrell, Lazy Boy, A Bag of Dragonite, Luke Osborne, Pandalo, Storm Arrow, Tex, Kylin, AJ Brainswordson, Anathus Moonscar, Arthur Law, Biridan Derard, Psypup, Spencer Christmas, Noy Fafnir, Cheshire Saltiri, Celine DeLune, Webster Wolf, Face on Masher, and Severa. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/SpeakersXIV. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Fidlan.
Good evening, Eorzeans. Welcome to Speakers of Fidlan, episode 312 XL. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Georgi Wiston, Mail of Anadar, and Rollo Des.
Hello.
Here we are.
Hello.
It is time again for another episode. This time it's following a live letter, so this is an XL episode, meaning there's no post-show for the live viewers. We'll be focusing entirely, well, I say entirely, there's a little bit of recent events, but most of it will be focused on Live Letter 72. Will be, among the other things that we'll talk about is Moonfire Faire, which is currently going on.
We're supposed to have this slide up, by the way?
Nope, we're not supposed to have this slide up. We're supposed to be here. There we are.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Anyways, yeah, Moonfire Faire. We'll be reviewing that. That's going on right now. We'll not be reading Mogmail. There is simply no time, but you can send in Mogmail at speakersxiv.com/Mogmail, and we'll read it hopefully next week. So, like I said, no post-show. We'll be going straight into the show. So let's jump into recent events. Recent events. Moonfire Faire. It's happening right now. Started on August 10th and will end on the 26th of August. This is I say review, this is going to be very quick because there's not much to it. Like we predicted, Moonfire Faire is usually one of the shorter ones in terms of both storyline and just quest length.
You can figure out the entire storyline from the picture.
From the picture, yeah. The picture sort of just explains it. I will say there's a moment when the quest starts. We'll get into it, but when you see the puzzle platform thing, and it looks so ugly because it's not shaded correctly, and this might be just something I noticed, but it just didn't look like it had shadows. It just looked like it looked wrong. Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I didn't get to experience that, Lakeel, because I started this event in the morning when it was nice and clear and sunny.
Right.
And then once 8 a.m. Eorzean time hit, the rain came in. And there were no shadows to make it look ugly.
That's the best, doing Moonfire Faire in rain. Okay. Yeah. So let's jump into what little storyline there is to this. It sort of picks up where we left off with I never remember his name, like
Ruffletear.
It's called Fail. And every time they call him...
he's called Ruffle.
Ruffle.
Fail, they say it every time.
It's a good old Ruffle.
They don't say fail. Stop bullying him.
Ruffle.
He has been an adventurer for like almost 5 years at this point.
Was it 5?
Yeah.
We met him a while ago, Mela.
So somewhat disappointing development for 5 years.
No, but
I would say.
They do show a tiny amount. Like he's done things in the overworld without our knowing. and
Yes.
encounter new people. He's done something. It's not
Well, the whole
He gained
storyline.
some apprentices. One's
Yeah.
a young Ellison, and as you can see in this picture, one's a very old-looking Highlander man.
One is a middle-aged Highlander with like a cube of a head.
Yes.
With the Monago hairstyle. I don't want to bully him, but oh my
he's
God.
he's not the only one we've seen that looks like this. I feel like we had this exact conversation about another Highlander man with the same face and the same hair.
Yep.
I forgot where, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere.
Yes,
he was in like the cutscene with the Radiant host, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so the story we essentially. I mean, first the dude in the bar who also has a name that I don't remember.
Yeah, it's like Racefeld, but not.
Yeah,
he's a Rogadin,
like that.
so yeah, some horrible name. And he's like, oh, hey, we put up the thing again. We added.
It's been a couple of years since we were able to do it.
Yeah, we added a new circuit.
Upgraded it.
Yeah. And he's like,
bombs.
You can go over there and have a look, or you can come and talk to me because I have some other shit. And so, of course, that's what you're supposed to do. I love that they give you the option though to go and play in the on the thing before you talk to him again instead of just moving on.
That's nice.
But then he's like, okay, well, this dude, this idiot that you've met before, he's back at it again. You might want to take a look at him or talk to him because this might not go down well. Because he's gonna attempt to do the thing. So we go see him, and it's him and his little sister, which, by the way, she is so small. They have taken a character model and just scaled down to like tiny mode. So he's being very arrogant and weird and
Out of character.
He's showing off.
Yeah, it was very strange. I was like, I don't think he was like this last time.
No, it's gone to his head.
Because he rescued the two people, the Ellison and the human, and
the human
saved their life, and so that's how they became. So they look up to him.
Yes.
And yet he's changed. That's not right.
So he wants to do the challenge. I don't know how. We don't have to go too deep into the story. Like, he wants to do the challenge. We go to the thing. He's being very arrogant and strange, and he's like, "I'll do it." And then they do this like commentary thing. The Ro and the Ellison.
Yeah.
Which we don't see him do any of it. Which I thought, are they going to actually show us? Because maybe there'll be some. No, none of that. We'll just see heads go like this, and that's that. So no surprise, he gets blown up. He picks the new circuit, and he gets blown off. And then the two apprentices are like, "We're out." And then he's sad.
I thought that was going to end up being a joke, by the way. I thought they were going to be like, haha, we were just being your apprentices as a joke because you're a loser.
Wow. Horrible.
I didn't know what to say. It just seemed so strange. He became good enough to mentor other people.
Yeah, that was weird.
I hope so in 2 years.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, so he's like, I need to do it again or whatever, and then we give him a pep talk. He's like, you have to
be serious.
Yeah, be serious.
Yeah, you have to take it seriously.
Yeah.
You're an adventurer.
Yeah.
And you say, yeah, I am an adventurer. I'm going to do it.
And so he wants us to go on ahead and inspire him. So that's where we do the thing.
Obviously, you did the new course, right? You ordered the new bit.
Yes.
I mean, the new course is almost easier.
Easy.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah. I mean, there are a few curveballs with there are some bombs that literally just explode the moment they land.
The bombs threw me off a little bit because now in the Gold Saucer, at least, they all blow up in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Whereas these use the old style of bombs that blow up at different intervals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The last bit was a bit of because there was a lot going on, but
there were a lot.
Yeah. Easy.
Yep. So you make it through, and if you don't, you can talk to one of those.
Yeah. I can't believe this exists.
Some people just aren't coordinated. That's totally fine.
I think it's a nice accessibility feature for just the storyline part of it.
Yeah.
But I just was so surprised
Mm-hmm.
to
Hey,
see it.
I mean,
good on them. Why not?
No, no shame.
No.
No.
Well, I almost
present you as like even more skilled than if you did it manually.
Yeah.
In the sense that they claim that you're doing it with your eyes closed.
Yes.
Oh my lord.
Yes. I almost accidentally did that during the.
Just
thing.
immediately.
I just
talked
saw
to
the
them.
blue thing, and my lizard brain was like, "Must talk."
Yeah, I know. I had a feeling they'd give me an option because I wanted to talk to them just to find out how they phrased it.
Yeah.
I would have loved it if they just made fun of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your stupid baby brain need to have water wings to get past this. Everyone laughed at you. It was great.
We'll give you like a 1 month debuff. So
Yeah.
everyone knows.
It is nice they don't shame me though. Actually, like
Yeah, of course. That'd be a bit mean.
Yeah. Okay, so you make it. He's
Yeah, you win. He does the whole course.
He does
correctly.
the course. You can like cheer him on, and then he learns a lesson, and then the people come back, his apprentices, and they're like, okay, we were inspired again or whatever by your second attempt, and Finn essentially for the story.
Yeah. Those two little other
Rewarded
cat
with a
girls,
swimsuit.
they didn't appear.
They appear as background NPCs that you can't interact with.
Right.
But they're on this post, but they don't have any part in the storyline.
There's also a lot of characters around on the map as well, as usual.
There's
from
a lot
Moonfire Faire.
Beast
Moogles
tribe
too.
members around.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yes.
Moogles as well. Yeah. Apparently, I've heard from people that have done this on alts. The Beast tribe members do not appear. I assume they're if you're not at a certain point in the story. I assume the point in the story being when the Grand Company of Eorzea is formed.
It would make
Oh,
sense. It would be a
yeah.
bit weird for like a Realm Reborn player to see Sahagin just playing
Yeah,
on the course or whatever.
because up until that point, they're sort of
They're evil.
enemies.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pretty low quality.
Low.
I mean, you know, I think we say it every time that it's all right, but I do feel like we haven't had a really stellar event for a while.
Moonfire Faire, I will always give a pass because it's always been like this. Like I don't. I think. Well, I'm trying to
Some
think
of
of.
them
It
have
depends on
been. Like, remember
It
the one where it
depends
was
on-
like the Power Rangers? That one was.
That
funny.
one was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the years where it focuses on the original story for the Moonfire Faire, which would be like the coming of the Void Sent bombs,
Yeah.
I think those have more interesting plots. But then
I
again,
agree.
those years tend to offer worse rewards.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Also, I wonder,
I like them.
is Moonfire Faire sort of like a little scaled back because of like holidays as well? Maybe for the devs. I don't know. I don't know how
Well,
they're.
possibly, but they also might have put more of the effort into designing the new section of the course.
True. Well, anyways, you get your for some this event is just a way to get a certain type of
More
gear.
bikinis.
So you get that very quickly.
And then if
And
you
you
want,
just
you need
buy
to
the
buy
bomb.
the
bonfire.
buy the bonfire with money.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which I like.
that.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that.
Quickly to address people in chat, it seems like you don't have to get to that point in the story. I would, if not, it seems like it's probably you just need to get to Beast Tribe progress with all those tribes.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Well, there you go. I'll give Moonfire Faire a just okay. I don't think it's nothing special, but nothing too bad. I mean, it is what it
I
is.
thought the plot was fine. I like it when they continue plots between from year to year rather than like start something completely new that never comes back again. And I
That was
kind
a
of like
shame,
it even
though.
more.
Oh,
It's a shame.
What's a shame?
I'm just saying, it's a shame that I like the continuing storylines, especially with the recurring characters that are like event only, pretty much. But it's kind of a shame that you can't really see the origins of the character at all, unless you just look up
That
a
is
guide on
true.
YouTube.
Yeah, you had to
Like-
have been there for the previous years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice if they. Well, did they ever talk about letting you do older events somehow?
Oh yeah, they've already introduced like but that's only for events that are returning, right?
Okay.
Like the old like the Noctis quest line, for instance, you can reset and do again, but you can't do that for seasonal.
You can't do that for seasonals. Maybe the quest text for people who haven't done it made it more clear where he came from. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like the recurring ones, but I don't like when it's the same plot essentially. Like last year it was him failing the course, and now it's him failing it again.
Yeah.
It wasn't last year. It was like 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago.
Last year was the polar bear thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
I like the
That was
polar
weird.
bear one. That was
I
kind
liked
of
it, but it
weird.
was weird.
Yeah.
Strange
Okay.
game.
Yeah, it is a strange game. Well, anyways, we need to move on, but that's Moonfire Faire. Decent,
Get on
but
it.
not
You've got
great.
ages to sort it out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But also, I mean, yeah, go on.
Regarding the tower, I think they've somehow made it easier to climb. Like, I was able to make progress much more quickly than in previous years, and I've seen other people saying the same thing. I
you
feel like
just
they
better.
may have played it. No, well, possibly, but also I think that they may have played around with the hitboxes on the tower itself.
It might be slightly bigger on
I haven't
the
tried the
platforms,
tower yet, but I'll yeah, sure. Maybe they have. It's been the few times
You
that I've
heard it
done
here
that.
first.
Yeah.
If you still can't do it, they've made it easy. So you're worse than before.
We have not confirmed this. So if
No, we need
He's
if
only
you suck,
endorsed
you
Mailer's perspective on
No.
climbing the tower.
no.
I've still not done it, so I can't talk.
I mean,
Oh,
no,
that's
there's
true.
a famous clip of Mailer sounding like a pterodactyl as he falls
It's
down.
true. But also remember, collision data was changed when Endwalker released. So it might be that as well. It might not specifically be that they've tweaked the tower, but it's just the system overall has changed. So
we'll give it a go on Monday stream or something, maybe.
oh god, yeah. Oh god. All right. Anyways, moving on. That's Moonfire Faire. I didn't update the slides. I haven't updated my slides.
No.
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh god.
Dead
It's
air,
all
dead air.
dead air. Dead
Dead
air.
air.
My oh god. Oh
Oi.
god. Okay. All right. We
Oh.
got it.
While
All right.
while Kill fixes
already
it,
done
I'll
it.
quickly say, if you try and fly it, okay.
You go on. Don't just stop mid sentence.
If you try and fly at the tower, you'll hit a fake wall. You'll hit one of the barriers that you hit if you try and hit the walls of a zone. Or if you approach it from one specific section, it'll force you to land.
Nice.
It's very annoying.
Shame. Nothing but shame for you for trying to fly so high.
Yeah. Okay,
Nice.
moving on. Crystalline Conflict gets a community cup for North America now, which
Yeah,
We're
we've already
competing, boys.
had this.
Let's go.
as a European, we've already had this for.
We've already had this.
Yes.
So
So the Americans are picking it up now. I see. Yes. How very American. I don't know
very
what
quaint.
this is. How quaint. Yeah. So North America, you're getting a Crystalline Conflict Community Cup, which is going to be, I guess, similar to.
let's hope that you have a successor as brilliant as Miss Dix or whatever.
Oh yes.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Let's see you
Let's
beat
enter.
Miss
Come on.
Dix.
Let's compete. We'll be new Mystics too.
Oh my god! What if at the end of this we'll have there'll be have the Japanese done it yet? The Japanese
They're probably
community?
trialing it.
No.
Well, maybe they will one day, and then I hope we have like a showdown where like Miss Dix is Europe, and
Oh
then
yeah.
like Cock Gobbler or whatever from North America
Yeah.
wins. Yeah, and then just like.
Get away from that name.
And then just like Leaf from Japan, like because there's just
yeah.
just nothing.
Don't worry, Gogi. They'll put a tweet where it says this is actually pronounced Kogabler,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
Could only imagine what would come from the oceanic servers.
Oh god.
God. Oh,
Let's
God.
keep them out of this. Okay. So, anyways, the community cup will take place on September 1st and September 2nd. So that's for whether you are from Ether Crystal or Primal. You are. Wait, is this? Yeah. So this is for North America. So obviously those are the data centers of NA. So The matches will be broadcast live, and you're allowed to co-stream these. So
Thanks for
were we
permission.
allowed to?
We won't be doing that.
no, I don't think we would be. No. Also, why would we? Because Brian, Ricardo, and Frosty will be commentating.
Right?
Commentating it.
I was trying to say
Why-
shoutcasting because that's what we used to call it back in the day, but I guess we don't do that anymore.
Oh yeah, they don't
Wouldn't
say
it be better?
shoutcasting.
No.
Wow, we're so old.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It'd be better
commentators
if they
now.
had like a stream with Brian and Frosty, and then a stream where it's just the footage, so you could talk over that because it's awkward to
Yeah.
Commentate over other people.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we covered Eurovision and we had, like, a commentator, like, we watched a commentated stream.
Oh yeah, rather than the official stream, we watched that.
Yeah,
UK
like Graham
broadcast,
Norton was just talking in the
It would be
background.
very awkward.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. Well, anyways, you can co-stream if you want to. Just sit there in silence while Brian and Frosty just talks. So,
Drop your primes,
let's drop
guys.
your primes, I guess. That's horrible. Some people are going to do that now because they've been given permission to do that. Okay, it starts... Sorry, wait. What am I reading wrong here? I'm just going to read this blurb because I have misunderstood something here. Crystalline Conflict, the new 5v5. This is going to be a long episode. PvP mode introduced in patch 6.1 has intrigued many fighters across the realm. Today we are pleased to announce that we'll be hosting a friendly Crystalline Conflict exhibition on September 1st and September 2nd, the Community Cup, North America. Whether you
When's
hail...
the unfriendly one?
Whether you hail from the Ether, Crystal, or Primal Data Center, you're invited to gather your most valiant and trusted companions for a chance to showcase your skills and to win some fun prizes. The Crystalline Conflict Community Cup, North America. Excited onlookers who wish to enjoy the games and cheer on the participating teams look no further than the official Final Fantasy XIV Twitch channel. All matches will be broadcast live and co-streaming is allowed. Brian, Ricardo, and Frosty, host of Mug Talk, will be our guest commentators for this tournament. So here's the schedule. Oh, I see. That's why I was confused. It's a registration period. So you can register from Friday, August 12th to Monday,
I was
August
wondering why you had to
22nd.
reread everything.
Because I read September, I'm like, why does it say August? And then Monday, August 29th is where they announce the bracket and teams. And on Thursday, September 1st, preliminaries, that's at 3 p.m. PDT. And on September 2nd at 3 p.m. PDT, they have the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals.
Oh, lovely.
So the to be eligible for this, you need to have a North American Square Enix account. This is the same as for the European one, just flip it. It's now North America. You must have an active character in Ether, Crystal, or Primal Data Centers. After reading the official rules and agreeing to conditions, gather and register your team using the team registration form available from the official rules linked below. Members of one registered team must not be participating in other selected teams, and each member of the team must be able to attend the scheduled times for the preliminaries, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals event.
Wow. Better
So-
not have Rollo on board then.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, I'm in traffic with a McDonald's.
Okay,
I'm hungry.
let's also make this so all participants. So these are the rewards. I thought this was funny. All participants will receive 3 sets of 99 Magitech torches, red, blue, and yellow.
That's cool though, because like, imagine if you had to pick, do you want red? Blue? It's like so kind of them to give out 3 sets
Yeah,
of 99, which is no longer the stack size.
that's true. That's also true.
Hmm.
But fine.
4 semifinalist teams will receive the above, along with 1 in-game item of their choice from the following items, and it's the usual suspects: the Ahriman Choker, Mandragora Choker, Chocobo Noble Barding, Bluebird Earring, Scarf of Wondrous Wit. Just remove that from the prize pool.
Yeah, why would anyone
Yeah.
pick that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Gaelic
mean, it's
Cap
obvious what the best choice is.
and the Cloud Strife hair.
The Gaily Cap? Is that
The
what you're
Gaily Cap,
thinking
yeah,
of?
100%. It's so nice and cool.
The winning team will.
I think-
Yeah, go on, Gary.
I think the Cloud Strife hair is good, not good. I should is interesting to have just because it adds one more hairstyle, and also it can work for some characters, just
It's
not the one
very
that they
rare.
use as an example.
Right.
Yeah, it's very rare to look good with that.
Yeah.
That poor cat girl looks so terrible. with
Yeah.
that costume.
The winning team will receive the above, along with the Great Serpent of Ronka Parasol,
lucky.
which I think is the actual best part of the reward.
It is
Mhm.
a very cool one.
I mean, that's only for the winner, though. That's why it's that good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so we're gonna we still haven't made it to the live letter, so we need to race. I'm gonna ask now, red or black, Georgi?
Red.
All right. So we have some interviews from Famitsu and other things that have happened prior to the live letter, I believe. Yeah.
These are notes that have been translated by M. Killaby on Reddit.
Edge. All right, let's jump into these are bullet points, so we'll just get through them quickly. The story of 6.x will end with a certain event. This will completely change the story, and 7.0 will be based on this. This is a big.
That is
Completely changed.
It's big, but it's so vague.
Yeah. It will completely change the story, which, I mean, okay, if you think about it, the story isn't really anywhere right now. Like, I don't really... there's the void thing.
It was like that we unlock shard travel once we're done with the void. Like, we managed to, like, make it so that people can travel this through shards as they wish and easily.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean... I feel like that's going to happen at some point anyway, so if it's 7.0, sure.
Yes, I agree.
6.x will change somewhat from the usual pattern of 0.1 to 0.3, wrapping up the old storyline, and 0.4 to 0.5, setting up the next expansion. He says we can expect to start seeing signs of the direction of 7.0 in 6.5.
That's late.
Oh.
Interesting. The pivot doesn't start until 6.5. That's interesting.
So 6.1 through 6.5 sounds like its own like self encapsulated story.
Yeah. The word memory in the patch title is linked both to the main story and the Pandemonium raids. For example, the memories and feelings of the inhabitants of the 13th, who have now become monsters, and whether the Warrior of Light and party will reawaken those memories by stepping into their world. With Pandemonium, he mentions memories you want to seal and forget.
I find that hard to... That's not going to happen. I mean, they're just the opposite of Sin Eaters. We never reawakened any Sin Eater memories. How are we going to do anything for the Void?
To be fair, we don't really know how it works on the 13th. We
don't. But
we know how it works on our world, but
if we take what we learned from the first, it's basically just dark instead of light, isn't it?
We have seen more Void Sent be like self-aware than we ever saw Sin Eaters be self-aware.
Yeah,
that is true.
Or like able to communicate with us at least, because the only Sin Eater that can communicate with us.
Yeah.
Yes, they. Well, that's entirely made up by Eorzean scholars.
Yeah.
The only Sin Eater that could speak to us was Vorthri.
Yes,
that's true.
Yes,
and I think that the way that the two are made are kind of different, because the one from the first are from Eden.
Yes,
that's true. Yeah,
that's and then on the Void, it's just everything's just like that now.
Yeah, true.
There is no choice.
That's true. Interesting though.
That's true. Also, Titania does talk to us, but she does take over from a previous Light Warden.
Yeah, true. Interesting. We'll talk more about what we think about the Void and stuff when we get to the live letter. Regarding the new trial, he confirms that it is part of the MSQ this time, helped by the fact Savage is releasing 1 week later this time. He says it will not be revealed until the day of the patch who the trial will be against, and whether it will be part of a series. He says the trial is a bit more difficult than usual, even on normal.
Yeah, I'll believe that when we do it.
That will also be relevant when we analyze the trailer later.
Yes, yes. That suggests that the trial is definitely not in the trailer. The second part of we'll get to it. The second part of Pandemonium will dive further into the Ancients' way of thinking. One question to watch out for is, what are we trying to seal in the depths of Pandemonium? Lois?
I don't know.
Either of you had ideas when you started saying
Yeah, I love that.
More sex.
Big monster. Big bad monster.
Big scary monster.
I hope it is just more than big monster. we had to put this one away because he was called the super mega baddie. We don't know why he made him.
Yeah.
He's made for torturing babies, but we gotta put him somewhere.
Yeah.
Ultra Lahabrea.
It'll be La Brea's like wife that's been transformed into something horrible.
Yeah.
Wife Habrea.
Wife of Rhea.
Wife Habrea.
Yeah. Okay. Based on feedback from the first tier that some fights, i.e. Phoenix, were hard to see, they've paid more attention to the visuals and visibility this time. He also implies the new tier will be flashier, since some felt the last one was a bit plain compared to Eden.
Bit plain?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I thought the colors were a bit muted overall, except maybe in Hesperos.
Yeah.
Bit plain.
The bit plain,
like
man.
the most
Like,
boring, such visually uninteresting fights for the most part.
Yeah, they were.
There's like one interesting thing in Eric Thonius, where he, like Shining Cells,
Yeah.
and then
Shining
like,
Cells looks
Hippocampus doesn't really have any
It's just sewage.
visuals. It's just it's literal sewage. Phoenix is just an attack on the disabled, but it's horrendously unaccessible.
Yes, that is true. I don't know if I would have phrased it like
No,
you did,
that was a
it's
weird
true.
phrase.
And then Hesperos, I think Hesperos' like setting the scene is really ugly.
Really? I think setting the scene looks nice.
When he has like these 4 completely separate wiggling cloak things that just don't join, I think it looks a bit ugly.
I mean, considering how dull everything is, it is one of the more visually, impressive parts of the fight. But yeah, I'm not blown away by anything in that.
He turns the arena into like a Mario Party board.
Well, yeah, the
What's your
squares are
problem?
nice once they formed, I guess, but they're
Yeah. Well,
Definitely a step down from Eden. Like,
Yes.
you got
Yeah.
like fighting Eden the first time, still super cool. They do this stupid long animation thing, whatever.
I
It's
agree.
a fun arena.
But I also thought the final tier of Eden was a little bit visually boring as well, to be honest.
it got a little bit too serious with the storyline. So it was just like
yeah.
With Tycoon
Yeah.
what was the grape man? What was his name?
Rape.
Oh yeah, with the
the grapes
testicles.
coming up. And what's the boss
Eden's
called?
Prime.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That boss is still bad though.
Yeah, that
I
boss
can't remember
is
that, but visually it was very cool,
Very-
right?
yeah, yeah,
With
yeah.
all the people like trapped in his limbs and stuff.
Yes,
yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good.
Okay. For Sephiroth Unreal, the middle phase will be a weak point for many groups. If you don't pay attention to the order of buffs, heals, and then damaging the enemy, the tank can melt at an incredible rate.
Oh no, I'm melting.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Regarding the planned changes to Dragoon and Astrologian, the changes shouldn't be simply compared to Summoner. Instead, he mentions Ninja. The changes to that job during 5.x were considered a major overhaul by the devs, though the playfeel was still similar. Regarding Dragoon, the discussions have been about reducing the number of actions that need to be wait, where am I? Actions that need to be used by merging actions, though he says he would like to avoid changing what Dragoon has to do as much as possible. For Astrologian, the changes are related to the cards. It is difficult to decide on adjustments to the cards since there are voices for and against the RNG elements to them. Sorry, I just had to mute the alerts. Yes.
That's fair. I mean, Astrologian was most interesting and most like itself when it was RNG. It just didn't
also
really
the most
translate.
broken then.
Yeah, it didn't really translate
As
well
it
to.
should be. It should be broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't want any jobs to be broken, Rollo.
I want number to be.
Yeah, I agree. I want our victory, like the Astrologians, to be able to claim victory because they had a good balance, and for us to be able to bully them every time they get like Spire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad Dragoon is not getting like the major overhaul we were thinking of. More so just, I guess, mechanically overhauled.
Right.
Cut down a little bit maybe, and it should be fine.
Yeah.
Think about the flow of the combos.
Okay, on the new variant dungeons, most dungeons in Final Fantasy XIV are designed to be linear, since in a multiplayer game, veteran players will eventually decide on a most optimal route through a non-linear dungeon, which could also cause friction with new players. There will be ways of changing things on the routes, though. through the variant dungeons, such as pressing a switch to change the next boss's mechanics, but it might not always be a good idea to press the switch. By playing multiple times, you collect information on the lore of the dungeon, and this can include hints to hidden routes. There are 2 bosses per route.
The idea of hidden routes is very exciting because they didn't even allude to that in the live letter.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I will always press the button. I want you to know.
No, because if you
Yeah,
don't,
but that-
if you don't press it, you might get a different thing.
Well,
yeah,
press
because there's
it.
12. According to the live letter, Rollo, there's 12 different endings.
Yeah.
You need to do. You
What
probably
is
need to
this?
do both of them.
A fucking Shadow the Hedgehog? Like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy, and it also keeps track of it. We'll get to it when we get to the live letter, but
I shadow the.
it
Yes.
shows you which endings you've unlocked. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
dive into we're not.
No, sorry,
we're
no.
not exploring
I
that
could
any further.
explain it, but I
No.
don't think it's worth it.
No. I think this may have already been confirmed in the last live letter, but for further confirmation, housing items cannot be used on the island. The island is not intended as a replacement for housing. Instead, it's about developing an uninhabited island. So we've talked about that before, so...
Shame,
Mm.
but because all I want really is more storage space for outdoor items because you don't have much.
Hmm.
No,
That's
what is
true.
it? 20?
What? 20?
It's
Feels
20,
like-
30, or 40 depending on the size of your house.
Yeah.
Rubbish. It's really rubbish.
There will be rewards, such as mounts for making progress with developing the island. The interviewer asks if mounts can also free roam on the island. Yoshida says first of all he wants people to enjoy the free roaming minions, but doesn't rule out the possibility of mounts.
Oh, I want my hippo cart to run free.
God, that'd be weird.
I want my Whisperer Go-Go to run free.
Oh, no.
Look
see
at
my-
that.
I want to see my regalia
Or my,
grazing.
A grazing level checker.
my left side heart chair
Yeah.
Aw.
Just-
Why'd you have to bring that one up?
Oh, no.
because it's the most
The worst,
absurd,
man.
It
man.
is. It is.
I want them to graze. I want every month to be able to graze, just like
Just
tilt
the
them out slightly
chair.
forward.
Just just a lot of bunch of chairs. We have so many chair mounts. The bed. Just
Oh, the bed.
on the relic weapon, for the past 2 expansions, these have been tied to the large-scale content of Bosnia and Eureka, but this has both its good and bad sides. This time, since the team are working on a lot of other content for the expansion, it was decided to return to the Realm Reborn and Heavensward model of relic weapons. In discussion with both the scenario and battle team, it was decided it would be a lot of fun to make Manderville weapons related to Hildy. Look forward to what happens when Godbert and Geralt stand side by side. Oh my god. I didn't even think
It's a lot
about
of
that.
muscle in one place.
Yeah,
Oh,
there will be
yeah.
a simple progression to the 6.25 quest, and he hopes people can play it casually, like with anima weapons.
But my relics.
Oh, anima.
I'm
Sorry,
glad
what?
this is going to be good because this is the first step. They're just giving it us for free,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
I don't need to work hard for relics
This is
anymore.
the
'cause if
monkey's
you
paw
want
for
to-
all of you people out there that have been like, I like the old system better.
Mm.
There you go.
You got
Enjoy.
the old system. Now
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
time to.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Ooh.
like it.
Yeah.
But
I-
think how much. Like, if you wanted to do all of A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and now I mean, there's so much. The people who've done them all, good for you, I guess. But if you've not done them, there's plenty of relic content if you like certain systems.
Yeah.
Can I say a cursed thing?
Yes, do it.
Go
Monkey
on.
paws.
I want the books back.
Oh, fuck you.
No,
Fuck
I agree with you, Georgie. No, I agree with you.
I think you should jump to the nearest
How dare you
volcano.
agree with him, Mela, you scum? How dare you bring
Because
this into the world?
The books are very well designed in the fact, hang on, in the fact that they make you do like overworld mobs, a fate, a dungeon, and then so like they give you multiple little bits of content to work through. They were just rubbishly designed first time round, but they could do that well.
Exactly.
I don't.
That's how I
Mela
feel
has
about it,
rose-tinted glasses.
And
Don't trust
the
Mela.
strength-
Yoshi,
The
turn
strength of
off.
The strength of the books now is that we have so many different dungeons
Exactly.
that like it'll keep
You know
the
what?
old dungeons alive.
I
in the
fucking
50, 60,
hope-
70, 80
You
roulette.
You know what? I fucking hope they bring the books back, and I hope they make them twice as big so you can eat your fucking words after this
Oh,
when you
no,
sit here and
they
go,
need to-
I'm not gonna do the relic, these books, there's no content in this game. And I'll be here, and I'll just sit here in the back and go like, literally had this conversation
Yeah,
like 2
Wondrous
years
Tales,
ago.
exactly. It's just like Wondrous Tales.
It's like Wondrous Tales, except I want them to tie to specific dungeons because in
Yeah.
Wondrous Tales that doesn't keep certain dungeons alive. It just keeps the roulettes alive.
Yeah.
I just think that suck Major Dong.
Yes.
I liked getting the memories. I mean, I had to do the Alliance raids sometimes. Well, Crystal Tower, that was a terrible part of the relic. But everything else about it was doable.
That's what I don't like about the recent forms of the relic is that they have you do the same thing over and over again. I want to be directed to do different things so it doesn't get repetitive.
You didn't
Yeah.
like doing the fates in Bosnia?
Well,
No, because
That
it
got
was better to
old
do
eventually.
Anti-Tower.
well,
I mean, I don't know.
wait, hold on. The books were bad, and I think most of the
No, they were
community
badly
agrees.
implemented.
You
They were
had to
badly
kill
designed, but I think they can be made well.
Yeah.
a lot of things can
The
be made
concept's
well.
not bad. You can't say the concept.
Well, that's my idea. That's my point. Look here. I want them to do it again, but I want them to
What's
do
a
them
good
well.
book system?
I just said it. Like, get me
Pick
to
from
do
all
like
this
one
different
rare...
content.
Pick a specific 50, 60, 70, 80 dungeons so to keep them alive. Then, like, throw in, like, 1 or 2 fates, overworld mobs. Don't make us do leaves.
No, not leaves. But they don't release.
God, remember how fucked the leaves were in that? They would be like, oh, do this Grand Company leave that only appears at random because it had a limit. It can only show you
Yeah, you have
3
to go
leaves at a
through
time.
them.
So you had
Yeah.
to do other leaves to make it appear. Fuck
Yeah,
the
yeah.
books. And also, there were too many of them.
Yes, no, that I agree with that. I think there should have been maybe like 5 books max.
Hey,
Yeah.
chat, clip this moment. This is the only time Lukiel said anything bad about leaves.
Grand Company leaves can go eat a
Moment.
shit. Because that was
I
a
think-
bad idea.
I think there should maybe be like 3 books maximum for each one. But also make the dungeon requirements different for each book. So that way, like, each dungeon gets rotated through each of the different jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
none is left
exactly.
out.
Well, anyways, we're not getting books, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, anyways, moving on. On Crystalline Conflict, the devs plan to improve the season ranking rewards since there was feedback that these have been underwhelming. There are also plans for an official tournament, which we just talked about. The devs are currently fairly pleased with the job balance based on Season 2 data.
What? You're saying that 2 frames, a pair of glasses as a fashion accessory, and 1 set of armor's underwhelming? And then you just get crystals for every other tier? Oh my god. Imagine that. God.
Okay. You're
And
done?
then the crystals, what do you
Okay.
spend them on?
You spend them on...
Kits,
Yeah.
Where you can show off your limit break with no
No,
visual effects.
You can show off. You can get the cool recolored gear too. That's HG.
Oh, that is true.
the HG gear.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should have had not necessarily unique, but an interesting reward every like 3 levels.
I will say again, I'm just fucking glad I can actually get PvP rewards for instead of having to do Wolves Den.
Oh no, I agree.
I mean, it's a little bit of a grind, but I have fun playing CC, so it's all good to me.
It is a grind.
Okay, well there you go. That's the interviews done. We can finally jump into the live letter.
Grandpa.
Yeah. So well, it opened. It opened with they had audio issues, which relatable. But they had a late there was some latency, like they had a sync issue. They should have used our clap and ball what is it called now, ding and dong, but they didn't have that. So Okay, so okay, well, Yoshida said this is this from before the live letter was started?
This is a little preamble stuff.
Yeah, you know what they do. They sit there and they
This is
they
where
talk.
This is where Yoshi P complains about his life.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
this part.
Yeah. Yoshida says that he is swamped with work and scared that he'll screw up during this live letter. Foxclan tells him to do his best to get over it.
Yeah. Do your best to get over it.
Yeah, how about you just get over it?
At least try to.
Yeah, and then there was a question, did you watch the new One Piece movie yet? Yoshida says, I look this tired. Do you think I have had the time? No, I haven't seen it yet.
God, he's grumpy, isn't he?
Yeah. They also had internet issues, which is also relatable. They said that Japan's internet provider is not really ideal, though he cannot name which ISP exactly, but some are just whelp. He knows, since he's been gathering all the data, some ISPs in Japan are so bad that gaming online is just bad. Commenting about network conditions, ISP is usually the issue out of his control, so there's only so much they can do. ISP is usually the issue out of his control. Okay, that's just a typo. Foxclan also comments about his own ISP experiences, that his speed fluctuates from time to time.
That's cute.
And then he gives all players a reminder, if you're experiencing network issues playing 14, please leave feedback on the forums.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How they know? They can't do anything if you don't tell them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So internet rant over. The live letter then opened with a trailer, which we will now look through and analyze. Now, remember, if you haven't watched the trailer already, you probably should watch it beforehand because we're gonna pause a lot.
We're gonna be very frustrating if you were like, oh.
This is not the place to watch it for the first time.
Yes, if you haven't watched it yet, pause this VOD and then watch that, and then come back here.
Yes. If you're watching on Twitch, unfortunately, there's no... See, that's why YouTube streaming is superior.
Yeah.
In my humble
Well, we
opinion.
can't really say that.
No, well, I mean, I love Twitch. I love Jeff Besitos.
No, I stand by this. Twitch, you need to implement a way for us to like be able to pause. I understand that it like puts you out of sync with chat, so I mean, but that happens on YouTube as well. So you just know that you're behind now. But whatever. Just, anyways.
I do agree that this is one flaw.
Yeah.
In the difference between the two of them.
Yeah. Anyways, love Twitch. Love it here. Such a great place. Love emotes,
That's
dude.
more like
Poggers. And I love
you don't like the Pogman Evil. Remember?
Oh yeah, Pogman Evil. So I don't like Pog. I like
Pogman bad.
Gay
Yeah, but they
B.
changed it.
I like
They changed it.
Oh, they changed it. So yeah, that's right.
Who is Pogman?
Yeah, Pog is
No, it's just a lizard now.
it's a lizard now.
PogChamp is the lizard, yeah.
He changed a long
Been
time
that
ago.
for like more than a year now, Rollo.
To the point where
Yeah,
I didn't even realize what you were talking about right now.
Yeah,
I
the
thought
lizard's evil.
Yeah, the lizard hasn't done anything.
They just represent their lizard overlords.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's. This gave you some time to watch like 30 seconds of the trailer, so you know now you're you're welcome. All right, here we go. Oh.
Sorry, what?
Was that for the Peggy?
It was for Peggy. Oh, did you not
It's
hear it?
silent for us. So you just made a very like aroused noise in response to nothing that anyone could hear.
You're welcome, Chad. That's a clip that will definitely stick for a while. Sorry, I didn't turn this up, did I? Did you hear it now? Oh, you guys can't hear it, can you? Well, Chad can.
Maybe I guess check.
Okay, well it's good for them, but it would be nice if we could too.
Okay, hold on.
You guys been to Peggy.info?
Yeah,
It's still very quiet for them apparently as well.
Peggy
Welcome
16.
to Peg Talk. The Peg.
Did you hear it now?
We heard it, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Peggy 16.
Oh. Okay, now we're good. All right.
He paused it for that.
There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation.
There's the regalia. Raising.
Okay, so let's process that. Who's talking?
Well, I think
Well, we
we'll find
see
out
her
who's
later
talking
on,
later.
but
Oh.
Yeah.
it's a
There
void
was once
woman.
light here,
She lives on the
and
void.
it shone its
It's
warmth
Bayonetta.
upon creation.
Basically,
Oh,
yes.
that'd be cool.
I like
Lands were
that.
green,
So-
the seas were blue.
Mega gothic.
So someone's describing the void.
Fat.
So,
This is probably the dungeon theme.
oh yeah. There's no point in describing what we're watching right now when we're looking at Island Sanctuary, because trust me, we're going to spend a lot of time on that part of
Yeah.
the live letter.
A lot of these are just like a lot of this stuff we've seen from there. Still pictures anyway. It's just in motion.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice logo, dude.
All right.
So this
where
is
I belong,
Troya,
my home.
and that must be
That
who's
woman.
speaking.
She's the
Yeah,
void
That
lady.
Reaper.
Mm.
So she's
Fem Xenos?
could
Yeah.
be.
Fem.
So I've-
Zex? Oh.
I've had a theory, and I don't know if it's one I came up with or if it's been incepted into me via like Reddit or some other medium. This is the human form of the Huron form of Xenos' avatar, and
Oh.
very
That
Could
possibly
very well be
our
possible.
very possibly our shard from the 13th.
Yes, I've seen the shard one. Like this could be, the avatar could be a shard of a Zem. I have seen that floating around.
Yeah.
What I
was,
will, do you think we'll get to know
this
the
could just
name
be
of yours on the 13th?
possibly.
Mm.
Because this could also just be a flashback. I can't remember if the trailer ever shows us meeting this character in person.
No. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this might be a yeah. Well. Yeah.
This
I was
endless
thinking that
darkness
possibly
falls
she might be the form as Daya is currently taking to
That's
survive
I've
the
also seen
void.
that. I've also
Yeah.
seen that theory. Yes.
That's not a bad idea.
Right.
Although for her to say this is my home, I know she did go in here a long time ago, so maybe she's got corrupted or whatever. But
Yeah.
it would be an unusual thing for as Daya to say.
Yeah.
But she has a sort of draconic vibe to her, I guess.
Yeah, I
with the
mean, this,
Yeah,
this
she
kind of
does.
looks like the place in Mogholm. Sorry, the place that isn't Mogholm, the other place.
arms.
I
Zenith?
can't.
Oh,
Yes.
Zenith.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Zenith almost, even though I know
I
this
can
is
say
more
that, yeah.
for
It could be the Zenith
FF4
of this-
reference, but
yeah.
Well,
I
apparently,
mean, it looks very churning biscuits all in the air.
Congo claims that it's identical to this scythe is identical to Xenos' avatar scythe. So
But
when
we'll
we
have to
see
keep
it
an eye out
again,
for that. It's got like a little crescent moon thing on the at that joint.
yeah,
okay.
Yes, the Warrior of Light can still get echo flashbacks. The most recent time I can think of that happening is in the newest Hildebrand story.
mm.
This endless
Yeah, we
darkness
retained the
falls.
blessing of light, I think.
yeah,
That was one of her final gifts, I think. Heidelin specifically mentions to us.
And then that was nowhere.
So I mean, this makes it clear that Tagliatelle here, he will be
That's
a
Tagliatelle.
dungeon bus.
Yeah.
he'll be a dungeon bus.
Now you said that's Kane, and
No, it
probably-
isn't now.
It could be in some respects, or it could have
No.
a namesake, but the
This
armor's
looks like a
not
void
quite right.
scent thing.
Yeah,
that
it
you
looks
just
more
killed.
like a void scent.
Yeah. But
I don't
yeah,
know. They're very dragoon-esque though.
they are very dragoon-esque.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
might be like an ode to it. You never know.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I love Final Fantasy 4.
this is obviously Tagliatelle
Yeah.
from Final Fantasy
From
IV.
Final Fantasy IV.
And this is, I think this is, it's hard to tell, but the arena,
Yes.
because it could look like it continues. I would have to assume this is the final boss, but it could not be the final boss. Maybe we
Possibly,
fight him in
yes.
two forms.
Mechanically, there has to be some sort of mechanic that requires you to hide, because I think you can see those walls in the background. It looks
Yeah.
like they're part of the arena and you can hide behind them.
Like
Yeah.
on in Zelphatol.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the reason why we think.
Oh,
Yeah.
go back.
on.
Can you go back to the last part
Yeah.
quickly? One more. The scene
Oh,
before this. You
God.
can see on the left. That is an adult form for Varshan. So
Yes.
Oh
that is
yeah,
it.
it is.
That is likely going to be our tank trust for this. Or
Tank and
he's
DPS.
He's probably an all-rounder.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So we thought we knew what the raid series was going to be. Sorry, the trial series is going to be. Now, do keep in mind that we usually only get 3 trials for a series, and then that means one of the 4 ones have to be done another way. So that it could still be the case that we're doing the 4 fiends here in the trials, but yeah. So this does not discredit that idea. Still.
No.
Yeah.
This is the Gengu of this expansion.
Yeah.
Scamiglione has 2 forms, so we might see a second form in the actual trial as well.
Yes.
Or first and last boss.
Yeah.
Also possible.
They're pretty visual, but that's just a raid wipe for sure. So.
And there's okay, so this is variant dungeon stuff. Nanamo is our companion here.
Nanamo in her new outfit.
Yeah.
For traveling.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued as to how this comes about. How Nanamo gets permission to go into a dungeon.
Well, I don't even know if she has permission. She could have just escaped as little Ira and then
unbelievably risky.
Yeah.
She's not normally this much of a risk taker. She's normally a bit more grounded, but we'll see.
Papa Sean's gonna fucking
he's gonna lose. He's
gonna
his
die.
Mind. It's probably gonna be like the 17 woes of Papa Sean and like side quest stories going on.
Yeah.
I love Papa Sean.
Yeah. Papa Sean's great. This is, I mean, here you go. You can see 3 doors already, so you're gonna have to make a choice here, I'm assuming.
Not to be confused with Aquapolis.
Right.
Or the hard mode version of that, where you get 3 doors.
Yeah. Here we're running through hallway. I mean, oh god, there's a lot. Okay, so
cute.
This is really cool because I've suddenly realized that one of my SoR videos suddenly got a lot of attention. This looks like one of the areas from the dungeon under Ul'dah. So this might actually be somewhat.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
This might be a chance for them to reuse some of the locations from 1.0 that were never used.
True.
The variant dungeon aesthetically is actually quite varied as well. Even though they all borrow from like aesthetics from 2.0, there's quite a variety to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. All right.
Lots of going underground and overground.
Yeah.
That's
Look
cute.
at it. He's the jube.
Yeah. Some sort of.
The mechanic. Yoshi P did a demo of this fight, or one of the versions of this fight.
The Criterion version.
The harder one.
Yeah.
The mechanics look pretty complicated.
Yeah.
I didn't quite get them at the time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, go on. Oh, sorry, you were done. You just said it's wearing a crown. Yes, sorry. It sounded like there was more coming. Yeah, it is wearing a crown.
Go on, Georgie.
Go on, Georgie. Anything else about the crown?
Well, I do have something else. Maybe it's a former pet of a former sultan or sultana. I think we discussed that yesterday when we did the live coverage.
Yes.
It could be.
I'm surprised at the amount
King of Rats.
At the amount of ruins here around us. This is a pretty big place that we haven't seen any of before now, so that's interesting. To be fair,
I mean, the Sunken Temple of Khan is quite big, and we don't see a lot of it from the overworld either.
No, that's true, because, I mean, it sank. And I think they explain that in the Lost City as well, or is it the Floating City? No, Lost City is Thanalan, right? No, Invisible.
Oh, no, I know
Lost City
Invisible
is,
City.
the Lost City is in Thanalan.
Yeah.
I know
most of it is like
the big statues.
down, like there's a cliff
very
going
far
down.
Which is possibly where the Sildane ruins are.
Yeah.
Whatever this place is called.
Yes.
Subterranean.
That's it, subterranean. Thank you. Yeah, the new version of Steps of Faith.
This is pretty.
If you go back one,
glow up.
You can see Ida, and apparently Papa Papalimo is there as well.
There's what's that woman called?
Yeah, Papalimo is there. Lady Lucia. Is that her?
Lucia, yeah.
Lucia, yeah.
Well, at least what looks like her.
I think it is her. I'm not
Nikhil,
sure.
enjoy
actually.
your one chance to fight alongside Papalimo.
Oh. Well, I can't, can I?
Remove the towel from his face.
Oh no, this is a trial still, or is this a duty?
No, this is a solo instance.
This is a solo
Yeah,
instance.
so I can't, can I? That's sad.
You can new game plus.
You can do new game plus
Oh,
starting
yeah.
from like 2 points. Because there'll be a section that starts from like 2.3, 2.2 that if you don't want to do all of the Realm Reborn.
True.
Yeah, you can you can accidentally get bugged out and it won't be able to leave it, so you have to
So I'll
redo
forever be stuck
the
in like
entire.
Yeah, I have to
you just have to redo the whole story.
Yeah.
It's not a thing that happens. Don't scare people.
That would be so funny.
I,
Rabbit.
the
Omicron quests.
Omicron quest.
These are cool.
crystal, which showed
The new
way
mount,
to
which
meet
we'll
your-
The
talk
new
about.
mount is a jellyfish. There's Lady Iceheart.
Oh, I sleep like that.
Wait, what is this?
It's
This is-
Somal. I
Oh,
think,
Somal,
or-
right.
This is the first boss of Somal, yeah.
The thing I find most annoying about this trailer is they put him in. So for Somal and the Vault and stuff, they put him in the Paladin Endwalker AFK.
Yeah,
Yeah. I understand what you mean.
yeah.
So it's hard
It's
to
out
know
of
what
place.
access from.
Yeah. There's some Hildebrand.
That's a lot.
That's a lot to take in.
And who better to bear
Leg.
Hydine's gift
Dancing.
Them twerking rabbits.
And
than
then
her chosen champion?
crystals are back, baby.
Remember
I
those?
liked that. Remember getting them all in a Realm Reborn, and then essentially they were meaningless, but that was
Yeah.
fun. Vault.
If you pause here, you can see Horsefront, Alphino, and generic Temple Knight.
Yeah, yep.
Temple.
Who
Temple
could
Lab.
forget your rat boy of the Temple Guard?
Yeah. So what we hoped has come
It's
true.
true.
It is
And I
Horsefront.
think he's
Mhm.
mentioned that these will be much more impactful and like feel much better. And some of them have new like the area you go with Astinian and your
Yeah.
last boss with Nidhogg has changed and things like that.
So, yeah, Horsefront is clearly a gladiator here. I assume he can. Even though he is a gladiator, he functions as either a DPS or a tank.
I think
Yeah,
he's
pure
he's-
respect warrior.
I think maybe he might even be an all-rounder. I think they might want you to always have him in your
Oh.
party.
No, but you can have him as long as he can be a DPS or a tank. You can always have him.
That's
he doesn't
true.
need to be able to be.
Oh
a
yeah,
healer.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Vault.
there's
I think it's just Bat Squatch. I don't think it's a dragon.
no,
I find this,
No,
this
I don't
clip
think
very
it's a dragon.
strange.
I think
I
they're
don't know
trying
if
to
it's a-
trick us. Wait, it looks.
Yeah, It looks a bit like one sometimes. So we
we
I
never
think
get a
it's
close
Bat
look.
Squatch.
Yeah.
You can see that statues using the Paladin or Passage of Arms animation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But they just
Well,
made
yeah.
a statue.
yeah.
That's just an NPC.
But it's cool that we get to see some like ruins of.
Oh, his
The-
arm's been cut off.
Oh,
Yeah.
sad.
It's gonna be annoying when we unpetrify him.
Yeah. I will say, I'm sorry for pointing this out, but those buildings look like 11 buildings.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
think
just-
about it. They're in the
Why are you
I
saying
mean-
that as a bad thing, Luke? I thought you loved it, though.
11
You're
looks like
watching
a
it-
game from 2001, and it's from 2002.
You're just watching it on a low bit video on YouTube. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying,
Mhm.
yeah, what Cafe's saying, it just means that the 13th is Vanadil.
Oh, that would be so
Oh.
confusing.
Oh, what a good end for that game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it blew up at the end.
This song's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. So, a lot's
That's
just
a lot.
happened. So, the person with the scythe is Void Lady, right? That's
Yeah, that's Void Lady.
Void Lady.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay, we are there. Okay, so she does appear as a.
as a
Is it Void
Yeah.
Lady? It is Void Lady, right?
It
I
is
just
Void
can't really
Lady.
get a good look at her, but it does.
I'm pretty
would
sure it's
assume
Void
it
Lady
has
because
to
we're
be.
Oh, it
there.
is. It is now. Yeah, you see it there.
And you stole us there.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to I was riding on presumably a dragon.
It's hard to tell. Really?
Or maybe the 13th.
Looks
Bismarck?
like
I don't really
goo.
know.
It's
Like, does
it's
it like
difficult to tell what exactly we're riding on.
But someone is transporting us.
Yes.
It's not Varshan because obviously he's there.
Right.
Yeah. So what is this? Did we just like hitch a ride?
It
on a
is
voice
alive, whatever it is. So it is moving. So
It's a flying creature, and I would assume it's a dragon because there's Stinians on it. And it's like you're not the only one who can ride the winds
right.
because he's going to do his dragoon stuff.
It could
And
be.
That's
Yeah.
What is this
That-
boss?
that's Ferdiad, or at least someone that uses
Yeah.
the same model as Ferdiad.
Yes.
It's Ferdiad and like
A Dullahan.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
it's this. Yeah. It's the yeah.
It's Dullahan on horse. I like the color scheme they've gone for with that default muscle horse.
Ooh.
Mm. Yeah.
So much sinew.
Okay, and then there's a big.
When we kill Ferdiad and
Portal.
other void sent, do they go back to the void? Because they
Yes, they do get sent
take
back to the
form.
void.
Yeah.
So we can meet the original ones because they
Yes.
didn't we learn that they take on like the form of statues and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not real.
Yeah,
they're not-
when they adapt the flesh or whatever of something
Yeah.
on our world.
Mm-hmm.
So
doesn't
we
have to
could
be a
meet the
statue, it could be a
original
person.
Yeah.
That's what most succubuses are.
Yeah.
Diabolos expansion where we finally fight the real Diabolos.
This is from the Tataru quest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kashir. teased us.
And the what? That's not Xenos.
That's not Xenos.
That is not Xenos.
No.
That's Golbez.
But it would be funny if it was him.
It would be funny, but it's confirmed
I would
identical.
laugh.
More fighting. Wait, who are we fighting here? It's. I know that I
it's
can't
a lot
reach
of
my
fire.
keyboard, chat. I know you're annoyed at me for using the mouse, but my setup does not allow me to use my fucking keyboard.
Looks like someone whose spine has come out their back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which
So
we.
that'd be a cring.
Yeah.
I think she's pretty dead.
And that. Oh, didn't really get a good look at the scythe.
I don't think the size was the same.
No,
Okay, where?
It didn't.
we need it more lit up, really.
Hmm.
No, I don't think it has that crescent moon thing in between the blade and the.
What do you mean crescent moon thing? So this is
You
226.
you know, like on this, where it's like the top right of the scythe, just above the blade, it had like a half circle. Like if you go back to her, you see it has that half, like that little.
Oh, you mean at the tip at the end?
Yeah,
of,
the
like...
tip at the end there,
Yeah.
and you.
Mhm.
That's the
Uh,
only. But it does have the same blade roughly, but
Yeah,
the
it
scythe blade is
does.
scythe blade.
Oh yeah, it doesn't
when
have
it's
it.
un-
You're right.
Maybe when it's unsheathed, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that sticks out when it's unsheathed.
Oh, true. Because it does have the little hole at the top of the like. Do you see how it is?
Mm.
Yeah.
Because scythes close up when you have them on
Yeah.
your back.
True.
Still a possibility.
It's a possibility, but I'm not convinced yet.
Because yeah, you see
Yes.
that little tiny hole at the like top.
And
of
what's
the...
that supposed to imply? I mean,
I
she
don't
can
know.
change
Well,
at
that-
will between
Yeah, see, it makes
being a
it makes
woman
it
and a horrible.
because I thought
creature.
maybe we were looking at flashbacks, but we see her fighting with us in some of the shots.
Yeah.
That makes
Hmm.
this less likely. Okay, well, we'll see.
Proto Carbuncle.
Yeah,
Proto
talk about that
Carbuncle
later. And
and
this is a horrible
Proto
creature.
Sephiroth, I can only assume.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
No idea
horrible,
what it is.
horrible.
Oh, it
tree.
has like a horrible woman stuck to it as well. Do you see that? Like,
Where
It's a
This
horrible
little-
woman stuck to it.
What are these little balls? What are
oh yeah, they have mouths.
Yeah, little beehives on the left. Little
Mm.
beehives.
What are these beehives have mouths? They're gonna bite you.
Mm,
I think this is the coolest looking. Look at this mechanic. This is the best.
Look at all these
boss of this
meteors.
deck.
yeah.
Look at its
We're on
mouth.
like a. This is like a triangle arena.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how's it going to split us? I'd really like the look of this boss.
Yeah, looks cool.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
much better than anything this tier.
Wait. Why are there 5
Yeah?
people?
As it's the 8-man.
Oh, this is the 8.
This is the
the-
savage.
yeah,
this
this
is
is-
Oh, this is
Maiden.
Savage.
This is a
Right,
Savage.
sorry,
Okay,
sorry. I
yeah.
thought for some reason we were
No,
still in the dungeon.
this is the normal range.
Right. Okay, so person
Is
here.
that Grandpa?
Well, there is a
that
red
Grandpa?
mask. There is
He
a
has
red
like a
mask.
red highlight to his hair, so it's like related to the
Yeah.
redhead man, I guess.
Yeah, I
That's
think
not
this
the
might
same.
be a flashback.
Is that not La Habrea's like that isn't La Habrea's crystal though, right? Like that we got back in the Tempest.
I don't remember
Oh,
what
boy.
crystals look like,
Time.
Rollo.
No.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now.
It's not the same color crystal.
It is La Habrea's crystal. We're getting people saying that it is. We're getting people saying that it's not.
It's
Same symbol,
okay.
but the crystal we saw was blue.
Yeah, it was a blue crystal when we saw it, but this one is red. So, but it's the same symbol. So
Maybe something
Mhm.
happened to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Or maybe they're
It's
two different ones,
corrosive.
and they indicate a relationship between family.
yeah, because I think the red highlights in the hair is sort of it's like a hint of we know that
yeah,
his son
Sky
has
Blue
red
was
hair.
La Habrea.
Yes. Yeah, I think this might be a flashback. He looks younger here, just looking at the back.
What's
Because
the
his hair is
symbol on
longer,
it?
isn't it? And or maybe it isn't.
High-
I think it is. I think it is longer, but I need to see him from the front to.
This might just be what it looks like,
Decide.
but
La
I don't know.
Habrea is such a Pisces though.
Yeah, it's the same.
I'm sure he
that's
is, Rollo.
an annoying. That's slightly annoying, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure it's explained, Mela.
Yeah,
Because
I hope
they're not
so.
just gonna randomly change the color. Be like, they won't
I mean,
notice.
they're teasing you, Mela.
It's not like they forgot
Yeah.
what the color was. All right, and then
It's the same color as like Leo and Cancer.
Well,
Who is this lady?
Whomst. So I mean,
She's got some
Oh,
textury bits on her breastises.
She does
which other
have that.
ancients don't have.
the crimson color.
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of people have been saying that it might be
Is-
Athena. This one, but yeah, sorry, Mela, go on.
The crimson color is apparently was Van Daniels, but obviously a different symbol.
Well,
so
it's the symbol that
that's
matters in the end.
Yeah, I guess the colors
Yeah.
don't mean anything.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, this is
Athena, that's the mother, isn't it?
yes,
Possibly.
conveniently wearing a mask. Although I don't think it would matter if she was unmasked because we haven't seen this person before. I think so.
Do you think she's the person in the doorway in the picture?
Oh yeah, she might be the person in the doorway that we see in the
If you
artwork.
say that, this makes me think this patch is about divorce. Or
Okay.
this rate.
This is a-
That's like if you go back to the patch art, this is just La Habrea's divorce.
Yeah, we're just fighting for custody of the kids.
yeah. All right. Yeah.
Make
you
sure
start-
you fight your hardest, guy.
you see her more clearly in this one in the background there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell.
Yeah,
It's hard to tell.
it is.
You took my sanity in the divorce.
It's Eric, or someone that has a similar hairstyle.
Yeah, this one's confusing.
Yeah.
I was thinking, are we fighting redhead guy? But then again, we did actually fight him at the start. didn't we?
Yeah,
Plus-
people are pointing out it's probably.
Yeah, I don't
it does kind of look like.
I don't think the hair
Yeah.
actually matches when you start looking closer.
No, it zooms in.
This
later.
is
Oh,
this is the arena that they've showed off to us.
the goo.
Yeah.
This is the one with the gooey,
yeah.
which made me think it was the first fight, but who knows?
I think probably. No, this is the first fight, isn't it? Yoshi P went in and showed this.
Yeah,
one.
but
He
that
usually
doesn't mean
shows
it's the first.
one.
He
Didn't
does
it-
normally show the first one. That doesn't necessarily mean it is the first one.
Didn't the log say 1 on the right when he
Yes,
went in?
no, the log did.
Oh,
say
did it?
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then,
Yeah.
then this is the first one. Protocarbon.
Proto-carbon. Very good-looking fight.
Oh no.
Right. He
I'm getting
crushed the
divorced.
mask.
Yeah,
She took
She
my
took-
mask in the divorce.
my sigil.
No.
You can see the arena around him. I guess there's some.
I don't. It
Mhm.
looks like
Like-
Amdapur or
like a-
something. It's horrible.
Looks like a fucked up
lots of-
arboretum almost because it's got like a lot
Yeah.
of just plants and shit.
Mm.
But
Who was the person in charge of plant life in the Oneida dungeon?
The second section of the Enida.
oh, God,
Someone will remember, I'm sure.
Bing
I'd need to look it up. I
That-
don't know
yeah.
off the top of my head.
Chandler Bing.
That one's a
Okay,
long
keep-
time ago.
Just keep going. Is Pasturat? Possibly.
Ashtarai.
Oh no, evil grandpa.
Yeah, and then there's evil grandpa.
So who
There's
is
something-
he?
He doesn't have the facial hair that La Habrea has, and he's also got a white mask.
Does he have like
Yes.
another son?
Yeah, this is like the wayward son that he's trying to keep locked up.
Or is it him from the past?
Could
Or
be
the future.
because it's hard to tell because one of his eyes are like closed, but La Habrea and his son has like one red eye that's like more red than the other in this art, which that one's kind of
They do.
covered, but they focus on his eyes and for a second. Oh god, now it would have been
Got
nice
the
to be able to
Allergan blood.
use. Oh, but look at that! Isn't that very on
That's
the
very
nose?
unnerving. The switch.
I think that's so on the nose though. He literally like appears on top of him there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I think that's probably
Could
saying
be.
they're the same.
There's-
I mean,
there's
they're
definitely a
mirrored, aren't
connection.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, could it be a twin?
Yeah, it could be a twin.
It could be his
Oh,
brother.
that'd be
It
such.
could be his brother.
That'd be such like a like bad soap opera.
Yeah,
thing.
it is very
My-
soap
my-
I
opera.
know.
My evil twin brother.
But look, they
Baha
also
Brea.
have like a point where he's like inverted. Like, there's a lot in here.
Baha Leia.
Baha Leia.
Baha Leia.
Oh god.
But
can I-
maybe Baha Leia is
Yeah,
like
definitely,
the
yeah.
one who keeps going on. So the evil one is the bad Baha Leia. I don't like.
Maybe the La Habrea that makes it that we fight is like an impersonator. It's not the La
Yeah.
Habrea from
It's not the
from
original
actual
Laha Brea.
convocation.
Mhm.
It's a Baha Leia who broke free.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't get to stop him
Ah,
because
he's
this
like
is all in the past, isn't it? So
Mela. He's like the evil Bart from that Treehouse of Horror
Yes.
episode that they locked.
Hugo.
They locked in the lowest depth. Yeah, Hugo. They locked in the lowest depths of pandemonium.
Yeah.
I love that episode.
Okay. Well.
Prison. He does say prison, so it's
Yeah.
and he's obviously in
Someone
chains,
they've
so it's
locked up.
Pretty obvious.
I mean,
It's
it's
the mask that throws me off.
yeah. The man he has
It's
a
the
white
commoner's
mask.
mask.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I have also Chad is bringing this up. I've also considered the idea that La Habrea has like a split personality.
yes, that's possible as well.
That's possible.
But so is La Habrea
This
like
is like a
sometimes
symbolic
locked up and then
prison.
sometimes not? Or is this just
Yeah, maybe he
could
doesn't.
be
Maybe
symbolic.
maybe it's on like a timer, like a werewolf. Like he knows when he's evil.
So
Are
when
you
he's
saying he's
evil,
like
but also when he's
Jekyll
evil,
and
does,
Hyde?
does his hair also
Yeah.
just turn red again? Like he
I
he
think this
gets
is just the
younger?
lighting.
Well, he also doesn't
Oh.
have the facial hair.
Well, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, does
Yeah,
that just
maybe it's
fall
the prison
off?
in his. Yeah, maybe the prison is in his mind. Maybe we're diving into
Yeah.
his brain.
Mm,
Oh.
Could be.
Now we can go into the past to dive into an old man's memories.
Maybe
Love that.
Anthonios is a clone of this one.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Either way,
Yeah,
it's someone
there's not
related
much
to
you
La
can get
Habrea,
from-
be it
yeah.
himself or a sibling or a son or whatever. All right, there we go.
Or it's a terrible thing that he has done, and that's his secret, and that's why it's the buried memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's because notice how he has the commoner's mask. Maybe it's before he joined the convocation, he did something terrible, and he's trying to keep that buried, and we unearth the
Yeah.
truth.
That's also that's possible.
Wait, what?
We just faded out.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Why did
Well,
you
why
do
did
that?
we fade out as well? In addition to the what?
What?
Goodbye.
Bye. That was funny.
What was that? That was what? That
Welcome
was
back from
weird.
the ad break, everyone. Right. That's the trailer. That's how it opened. Now we get to the actual live letter.
This is the
We
live
are in
letter.
trouble.
Well, we can skip all of the recap stuff, mostly. We can just skim
Yeah.
through that.
So first of all, the date is August the 23rd, like we said.
Yeah.
So
Matches when I took my time off. I'm happy with that.
yeah.
Mm.
They went through a lot of the stuff that we already knew, like new main scenario. We know about the weapon enhancement quests. Then they started showing. I think we already seen
Yeah,
this as well.
screenshot.
This was a
Have we
screenshot
seen
of
this
the
screenshot
Omicron.
of the
I
No,
don't
this is
remember.
new.
Is this new? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They showed a
The
picture of the
background's
Omicron.
weird. I don't remember anything that bright and blue in Ultimate Thor, but
No, but maybe we're in a section of dead ends.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah. Then they brought up new dungeon, the new trials. Again, we've seen all this before. Pandemonium. And then they showed this picture, which was in the trailer. And they're like, ooh, whomst. And then Containment Bay. Okay, so now they brought up Containment Bay S1T7. I think he said something about this. We kind of talked about it actually initially when we've already talked about that. How it has a midpoint where it's a little rough. Duty support for Snowcloak, the Keeper of the Lake, Sumal, the area, and the Vault. Already knew that, but again, we now know that at Horsefont is part of the Vault. They made changes to Steps of Faith, made it a solo duty, and Thornmarch has been completely reworked. So, yeah, it is not just like lowering HP or nerfing it. It's they didn't show any of it, which is kind of disappointing.
They didn't.
Spoilers.
They specifically said that it will feel extremely straightforward and easier than before, so that's great.
Yes. This only applies to normal mode, by the way. Extreme mode will still be the same.
I mean, normal and extreme were always very different fights anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So they showed another screenshot from the revamped Steps of Faith.
Yeah, we see some lads.
The dragon actually flies now. Which...
Papalimo, Ida, someone in a robe. We don't know who this
Mikote is, but they might not be important.
They probably aren't important. And actually, remember when you go towards Ishgard and there's like a group of adventurers there? In like before you go through the gates? Maybe it's one of them. I can't remember what they look like.
Yeah, it's possibly. Some of those are still relevant. Like one of them I know is like Arenvold, like one of Arenvold's friends that he travels with.
Yeah.
But I don't remember this particular Mikote.
No. Okay, so now we're getting closer to the newer stuff. They will touch on job adjustments and PvP updates later. So, but that is also a thing. Again, Island Sanctuary and Variant Dungeons and Criterion Dungeons. These are all things that we'll be talking about in a bit. So Yoshi teased Variant Dungeons by saying it's difficult to explain the Variant Dungeons. Different routes to complete the content aimed more for casual play. Since the Criterion Dungeons are also brand new, we will show a bit later in the second half. So also this letter was 2 parts. They said it was going to be like longer than usual, but it was actually just kind of about what you expect.
It was longer than a part 1 normally is, but yeah, it was pretty average overall.
It's about 3 hours, I think, so which is fine. Okay, so further additions to adventure plates and portraits. They are transitioning from beta version to official release, but there's an important thing to add here because you might have thought that all portraits would be deleted.
Lost.
Yeah, that will not be the case. They've revised. There's some revised information here. Though other portrait data created during the beta will be lost, portraits linked to an adventurer plate or gear set will remain intact after patch 6.2. So that's only portraits that are current that you just have saved, like on your camera roll, if you will, that are not tied to any specific plate. Those will be removed. So if you have any favorite portraits, just tie them to a plate, and there you go.
Yeah. You can have up to like 40 gear sets, so you can save quite a decent number of photos.
Yes, sorry, I meant gear set. Obviously, plate. You have 1 plate. All right. The new elegant tombstones, even of causality. Tombstones.
I want to know how many people are going to say casualty.
Or
casual.
You get your casualty for the week, guys.
Yeah. A new
their white background with green lines.
Green was the color.
Anyone who said
they look nice.
Yeah,
they do look nice.
They do.
But I was right. Green is not a creative color.
That's true. That is true.
It's a causality color.
That is right. That is right. New high eye level crafted gear, which we'll see later. Ability to request repairs from other players, both in this is stuff we talked about, and combo sequence display added to action list. So again, stuff we've covered before. This is also stuff we talked about, the glamour dresser capacity increase and all that. So yeah, been here, done that. This is new. Preparations for patch 7.0 graphics update. So in accordance to what they've said before, they will be adding stuff gradually through patches up until 7.0 when they'll do the actual graphical revamp. So the first thing that we'll see now is an they want to advance implementation of optimized graphics processing, which will alleviate drops in frame rate under heavy GPU load. So they're essentially trying to optimize the game a bit better. They're also adding dynamic resolution function, which will be released in a beta version for Windows, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. And this will adjust the resolution of 3D graphics according to current GPU burden, enabling settings to prioritize frame rate over resolution. So again, this will not be on by default. You have to go and turn this on yourself.
No. If you find the game difficult to run, you can try it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't really know how it will work necessarily, because this game's UI...
It'll work like YouTube, Mela.
Yeah, well,
yeah, but the UI in this game doesn't necessarily work well when you change resolutions.
There's yeah, the thing is, I need to see it in action, I think.
Yeah.
It's not going to be huge steps. Like, usually when you talk about dynamic resolution, it's like, okay, you're going to go from like 100% resolution to like 80 or something.
Yeah.
And
if you could
have
just
some
scale the
blurriness,
background, like the game, but not change the UI, that would be good.
Yeah.
Their explanation here was a bit weird. Like, they started to describe the difference between GPU and CPU without really explaining how that's relevant.
Yeah.
And then they also said if you're confused, you can just leave it as it is.
Yes.
Which is probably not great, because I feel like the people that most need this are probably the people that need the most explanation.
Yeah, that's
100%.
true. That's true. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was weird. That was a weird thing to even go into. But anyways, if you're having some frame drops, that might be a thing for you.
If this summer is treating your CPU particularly poorly, this might be useful.
Yes. Okay, now on to the real stuff. So now we're going on to new shit. So job adjustments. Not a great start, huh? Because they say that there are no major overhauls, but there are minor adjustments to several jobs.
They didn't show us any of them.
No.
I suggest we're in a good place job-wise.
Yeah. And they said that intentions behind job adjustments will be explained. Yeah,
I assume that's in the patch reading.
They said that it would
Twitch
be in the
stream.
patch notes, yes. So, then we had been scared beforehand by some information that was suggesting that Yoshi P was going to spend a lot of time talking about critical and direct hit adjustments. And I thought, oh god, here we are. This is like 50% of this part of the live letter. It wasn't. And the adjustments they're making are actually, they make sense. And it's kind of weird that this wasn't just here, wasn't like this to begin with. But yeah, so he starts by explaining that actions that guarantee critical/direct hits did not receive benefits from buffs/debuffs that increase critical/direct hit rates.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's now changed, so now it does. So there you go.
Basically, the bonus is that if you are guaranteed a crit, you will get extra damage now.
Yes.
If these buffs are active, because you were otherwise wasting the buff.
Yes.
That increased the chance of you getting a crit or DH. So it's very simple.
Yeah, very makes...
It's a DPS increase.
Yeah, it is a DPS
I didn't know we needed, but it's welcome.
I didn't really... It's like a thing I just didn't think about. Same here with actions that guarantee direct hits did not receive benefits from a character's direct hit rate attribute. So that has been fixed, and now it does. Actions that guarantee direct hits will now inflict more damage depending on direct hit rate.
That's good.
So that's it for job adjustments during this live letter. Like you said, there's going to be obviously more in the patch notes when they release. So... But there is nothing major, so you don't have to worry about having to relearn your job with this patch. For PvP updates, they're going to make adjustments to PvP actions. didn't really go into specific detail, I think, of which actions they were adjusting or why, but that was going to happen. Hidden
I don't know if it's
Gorge,
specific for jobs or PvP wide ones, because
their PV.
I bring it up all the time, but Purify doesn't work.
Okay, Purify doesn't work. That's pretty big deal if it doesn't work. That's a broken
because the game
ability.
The game removes the CC from you and then puts on the resilience buff where you can't get CC'd for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But there's a period of time before the buff applies where you can get CC'd again and therefore just lose the benefit of Purify, and you don't get any of the resilience. It's awful.
Yeah.
Mela, listen. No Johns, okay? No Johns. Lost.
Purify needs to be an action with charges that can be spammed. But also because it has charges, you can't spam it too much.
Right.
Yeah, that would work, and then it just gets rid of the CC. Because or resilience has to be applied immediately and not have this weird bug latency weird thing.
Right. Yeah. Hidden Gorge returns, so that's good. We can play Rival Wings again.
Whoa! They said something very strange about Hidden Gorge. They said it will play slightly differently to what you're used to.
Yeah.
Is that just because I want to know changes?
I feel like that's. Yes, that's what I thought. I don't understand why they said that.
Well, they might have. Maybe they did. Maybe they've made changes to the map, but I feel like they would have told us if they did. If they made like, oh, we've changed the map. Look. Yeah, that's how
maybe the mount, like the mechs, behave slightly differently based on these new changes to PvP.
Yeah. Also, PvP Series 2 begins, which means available rewards will be updated and series level experience will be reset. And Series 1 rewards may be claimed until the end of Series 2. So, while you can't earn progress in Series 1, you can still claim the prices, rewards that you are entitled to until Series 2. All right, but also Season 3 of Crystalline Conflict begins. So there's that as well. Season
2, we barely knew ye.
Yeah.
It's far too quick.
Yeah,
it's far too quick.
Going fast. They were also making adjustments to Crystalline Conflict ranked matches from Season 3 onward. So this is the old system where you get a promote. You are promoted to a new rank, and then once you're in that rank, you are safe. You cannot fall down. That is changing for the last two. Crystal and Diamond will now have a demotion system, I suppose, where you can fall down to Platinum if you lose a lot. So, yeah. I guess that's to like ensure that people that make it to the top don't just forfeit after they've reached that top, because it doesn't matter to them anymore, you know? I think that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's a good change. It does not change, platinum, gold, silver, bronze. So
it would make it harder to win trade at that level.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So platinum's the max that you're safe at now.
Yes. They are, so again, they just showed... Again, I love this. This is such a useless slide. Like, after showing the slide with this, which very plainly shows you how demotion works, they're like, no. This is how it works. So
number go down. CUC.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it's just the difference because Crystal is like the top.
They use points instead of All right. In light, let's see. In light, sorry, what am I saying? In light, sorry. Adjustments to Crystalline Conflict ranked matches from Season 3 onward. In light of demotion feature, all ranked characters will begin Season 3 at Bronze 3 with Rising Stars set to 0. So
I'm losing and gaining nothing.
Yeah, same. Final rankings will be determined by the highest tier / crystal credit score achieved during a season.
So don't worry if you do rank down from Diamond or Crystal, you will still get those rewards.
Yes. We've reached this point where I have to start deleting slides.
I love this part.
Yeah.
Because Streamlabs or whatever
OBS
program OBS can't handle too many slides all at once.
It can't load them all into memory.
While Lakil adds more things into it.
Yes. Good design.
Shadow the Hedgehog has more endings than you actually think about it. You
Uh-huh.
see, there's like 5 branching paths, and going down the branching paths, you can get different endings than you would expect. So if you went like the first route where you help Sonic, and then you go to the second route where you helped the evil black things, and then you go back to helping Sonic, then you'll get a different ending than if you just went to the same exact point where if you just were the good guy the entire time.
Okay, I'm not sure if it was the greatest idea to let the one with the worst connection at the moment do the vamping, because that was
I liked
interesting.
that.
That was
was
just
even
I
better.
liked that.
that was just a robotic Sonic the Hedgehog fucking rant.
I was very tempted to go back into the YouTube stream and
No.
this slide myself, but I decided I don't want to.
It's just mid transition here, so
I like this.
yeah, it's kind of
It looks
stylish.
stylish.
Yeah. So adjustments to crystalline conflict matching. Matching will undergo overall adjustments. New enhanced matching will allow for dynamic adjustments to matching based on current tier population and more. Performed independently of patch releases and other maintenance. So yeah, that's good. Withdrawal mid-duty after matching has been completed will result in stricter penalties. Did not specify what those penalties would be.
I've never had a game where someone's withdrawn midway.
Well, it's annoying,
No,
isn't
I
it? Because
haven't
you get locked out after that. You get locked out for
You should
15
get
minutes.
immediately banned.
Or 20. Wait, what is the penalty again? 20 minutes?
30 minutes?
Or is it 30?
30 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Adjustments to Crystalline Conflict rewards. Players will be eligible to receive portrait, elements, achievements, and titles for all tiers up to and including their highest tier attained during a season, including seasons 1 and 2. So you can get your frames, your
So that's good that they're retroactively adding that. I was worried that people that did it in seasons 1 and 2 would not get all the frames below the ranks that they got to.
Okay, so moving on now to Pandemonium Abyssos. We got to see the first boss.
Yeah.
This
that's a good
that
one.
is not the right order.
That's the arena.
These should be in. Okay, that's just some arena. Okay, this will be interesting. Okay, there it is.
It's basically tiny Hesperos arena.
Yeah, it's very small.
It's a very small
arena.
square.
Yeah.
But they said that the arena to a certain extent is dynamic. So who knows if it will expand or whatever. We'll see.
Yeah,
Or even worse, contract.
This is Proto Carbuncle.
This is, yeah.
Which
Crazy looking thing.
It's very, yeah.
I'm a big fan of this thing.
As they said, originally Carbuncle might have been this kind of creature. Since it was too scary, it ended up in Pandemonium.
I think I like this. Like, Hippocampus was sort of nothing. Where is that in Eorzea now? Whereas this is like the origin of something we know very well.
Yeah.
So I quite like that.
Phoenix was the origin of something we know.
Yeah. That's true.
But Phoenix was rubbish.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, that doesn't make my point irrelevant.
It was. Yeah, I liked Phoenix for that regard. But
yeah,
it was Big Bird.
It didn't look much different than a Phoenix. In fairness,
it had 3 heads.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all had 3 heads.
Excuse me.
Mini spikes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
They showed off some stuff from like he did, the usual pulling it and then making it progress a little bit before he.
I want to know what those staves around it represent.
Number of attacks or the type of attack that's coming, probably.
Possibly.
I assume it's the type of attack, but I want to know what the other forms are.
The attack on screen right now is likely like
sword.
ruby light, and which means that's probably a reflect barrier or something.
Yeah. I think we've pretty much already figured out most of the mechanics of this fight, so we're probably going to be able to world first this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
World first normal, baby.
Okay, so that's essentially. There's not much to say about it. It's just
world first death.
He said that there's a reason for the narrow arena, by the way. So that there's.
I liked the part. Don't skip this part where he says there's not an ounce of cuteness, just like the battle design team for this fight.
Right. Yeah. That's
wow.
He's throwing shade on the battle team. He's calling them not cute.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if your boss called you not cute? I'd be devastated.
You are not cute,
No.
and I frankly hate it. All right, let's see. So he said Yeah, that's the fight essentially. They show. Well, that's the first fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're
There's
moving
also
on to
comments
Brad.
asking.
Yeah.
There were also comments asking for the opportunity to summon it, and he said no.
Well, of course not.
No.
Of course you can't summon that one.
That's the new Eggy.
Okay, crafted gear is shown off now. This is for warrior.
So Warrior's a tank gear.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. And then they just copied and pasted it for
Yeah. Main
melee.
gear.
It's kind of plain, but it's fine.
It's
I
not
think.
bad. I mean, I like it.
I like the healer one.
Yeah.
The healer
Yeah.
one looks cool.
Yeah.
I quite like the healer one.
A good crafted set. I like it.
Caster one looks fine too.
It's very Renaissance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah.
a little renaissancey.
Chat was saying that it looks like Elden Ring, and then Yoshi P said if we only started designing this after Elden Ring was released, we wouldn't have made it.
Right.
Yeah, sure, Yoshi.
Okay, and then
So,
we're moving on now. This is
Tombstone.
Tombstone gear, so causality.
When this was, I don't think I particularly like this, but I will say the gunblade is quite nice.
Yeah, the weapon is cool.
I don't really look at the weapon much.
They
Is
keep
this-
doing this where like they want to show off the gunbreaker weapon. Is this not a Dark Knight pose? This
No.
is the Dark Knight weapon, isn't
Oh,
it?
is it a Dark Knight weapon?
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
gonna say this is the Dark Knight.
Well,
weapon.
whatever. It's very
Okay.
cool.
Oh, it is a Dark Knight. You know what? I
It
thought
looks
it was
like
a gunbreaker
gunblade, though,
because it has
like the barrel.
I thought, yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
thought I saw the barrel in the back, but yeah, that is a Dark Knight.
I like the Phantom of the Opera-esque mask that tanks get.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't dislike these sets, but I find them
There
This
is
is not
some-
a good way to
there-
boring.
show this.
there is something about this that gives me like Labyrinth of the Ancients drop.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And the next one, the ninja one, looks just like
Oh yeah, this looks like something I've seen before. Yeah,
this looks both like an old ninja set and also like a Duty of the Hand pieces of gear.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It looks like an
love it.
astrologian set, kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, it's kind of rubbish.
Also,
Sorry.
this
That one's nice.
This one is.
But it looks like
No,
a
it's
monk
not.
outfit.
This is boring.
Yeah, I think this is boring.
Bad
Yeah.
robe, no like.
Yeah, this is a boring robe for me. We've had this. Ugh, there's so many
You've
robes.
had white robes before.
Yeah.
Put
Well,
on your
yeah.
skirt and like it.
All right. So raid gear.
Now this,
This looks so
cool.
Oh, yeah.
good.
Looks like a WoW character.
Yeah,
It
that's
does look like
exactly
a
what I
white
said. And I was
gotcha.
like, that's why Mela's gonna love this. This is
But
right down
I
Mela's alley.
love MMO armor.
This
I
is-
love that he
this-
refers to it as MMO armor, as if
Yeah.
all the other armor in this MMO is not MMO armor. WoW armor is MMO armor.
This is the aesthetic that is MMO
Yeah,
armor.
this
is
is-
what you think of
Yeah.
when you think of
Mela,
MMOs.
this is what Mela just decided is MMO armor.
If you all the gear we have before now is like leveling gear. This is end game.
It's kind of like it's
so
weird
cool.
because it's kind of like
Cauldrons.
what I wanted the full relic set to be. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this would be
Yeah.
yeah.
This is nicer than most relic gear.
Yeah, because remember we only got
No.
like cool relic gear. Well, I say quote unquote cool relic gear in Eureka,
Yeah.
where it actually
And
had
then
like
you had
a
to
bit of
grind for years. And
Yeah,
it was kind
but
of
it wasn't
good at the
that
end, but
good. It had like some glowy bits on
Some
it.
were good and some weren't as well.
Yeah.
Like some were better than others.
Yeah.
It looks like people you just added LEDs to your clothing.
Yeah.
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 Whereas this is like themed and
Yeah.
very
I-
cool.
I'm guessing this is the upgraded version of.
I would
the-
assume so.
Oh yeah.
the raid gear. I'm gonna guess
Definitely.
it's not gonna have any kind of effect on it.
No.
Raid
I-
team, you better be good.
These
this game.
are
Oh.
super cool though. I like.
Yeah.
The
Look
dragon
how
weapon.
good it looks.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks so good.
Well, I will say they have made an effort to stylize these by having them in a black void so that you can see all
I
of the
agree with that,
details
but
of the
if you
glow.
look at
So
the picture
I just
online,
knowing you, Mela,
it
you're
still
gonna
looks
wind
good.
this too much, and you're gonna be so disappointed when you see it in game. So you just beware of that. That they're trying to trick you a little bit.
maybe they are.
Yeah.
Look,
just
Mela, look here though. It comes with a free black circle in the background.
yeah.
That's what I'm most interested in is what that is. supposed to
Yeah.
be.
That I agree with.
Like-
What
Yeah.
is that? Is that like because it happens to? Is it just a circle on our back?
I assume it's tied to the body piece.
Yeah, I'm
It could be
assuming.
the body piece.
Maybe it's part of the weapon. Like when you unsheath the weapon, it's there.
I
Possibly.
don't know. Well, this one doesn't have it. He has something else in the back that we don't really see.
This guy's got more on the shoulders, though.
Yeah,
The
Some of them have
mask
big
is
shoulders,
very Deadpool.
it is very Deadpool.
And the mask is unusual for this.
Yeah. But hey, it looks cool. The full, all of the pictures are on the
I like
patch website.
that not only the weapon, but the sheath is also on fire.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
If you look on the website, you can see some of the like the Black Mage one. I really love the shoulders on it. The White Mage one, or the White Mage.
The
That's
healer
kind of-
version actually looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the White Mage came with like the burning chains and stuff. Oof.
Oh, it actually does come with the circles of glowiness.
It does, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
and
The
that's why I-
oh yeah, no, they're not. Yeah. They come with.
Interesting.
And when you see them in game,
You
you sort of, you know, it loses a little bit of the epicness.
Of course, it does.
Yeah,
Oh,
I still
yeah.
think this looks really good.
You
Yeah.
get to
It
be
looks
you're
good.
either purple or you're red.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Looks
very
all right.
cool.
Uh.
So cool.
Yeah.
I hope they, have a more of a play around with things like this, like a little bit more, some visual. I mean, it doesn't have to be every
mean,
tear or whatever,
No.
but
Oh,
just
I
like,
mean,
no.
I feel-
Oh.
Oh,
Quick
the-
clap. You've got the clap on lights, Luke, and you weren't moving. It's motion activated.
Oh God. Right here we're back.
We have. They've been doing this more and more in terms of like making the visual effects more interesting. Like I feel like the most recent example would be like the Byako weapon effects.
Yeah.
Yes, they're very good. And I will say the subtle pandemonium weapons, the like upgraded weapons, they're quite good.
Yeah.
Whereas like the white glows, I like them. But
Yeah.
this is peak MMO.
Oh, okay. The Abyssos Mythos exchange rate has also changed. Now, remember, this is because we are getting the Savage version 1 week later. So the number of copies of the Abyssos Mythos 2 required for gear equipped to the head, hands, and feet will decrease from 6 to 4.
There's 2 weeks saved for each one.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That only applies for left side, not right side. So
Well, left side, head, hands, feet, chest and legs will still be the same.
yes.
Accessories will still be 4.
Mhm.
Weapons 8.
Yeah.
But that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay, moving on now to also, just to clarify, this does only apply to the new raid because of the delayed release. So the other ones will still have the same price.
Yeah.
As before.
But you'll be able to unsync them easy, so
Yeah.
you'll be fine, guys.
Yeah. I didn't talk to you, Google. Omicron's.
Oh, that was weird.
This is the tribal quests.
Uh-huh.
Lovely darkness.
Yes, it's so
This
dark.
actually happened on stream.
I mean, we had some sort of weird filter on, so it made it just slightly darker. But looking at these screenshots, that we were pretty close to. This
Yeah,
was
we
pretty
were
much what it
close.
looked like for us as well. You can't get darker than this, I guess. So yeah, they showed off this new area, the cafe, which, like we
it's been,
pointed
like,
out when we watched
revamped
it, it is kind of weird that it says cafe in Eorzean on the sign.
We taught them,
Yeah.
they learned.
There are
Yeah.
some global citizens there.
There are some global
Yeah.
citizens
At the
there.
bar.
Yeah. They also showed us that because this is quite far away from the Aetheryte, there is a transportation NPC available
Yeah.
that will take you.
N2174.
Yeah, that will take you from the Omicron site to this place.
Thank goodness.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Still 2 loading screens, but it's fine.
It's not like that. I mean, if you've got a SSD, the load is not going to take very long.
That's true. Yeah.
No. But it's just...
This mount sort of stole the show a little for a long time. This
Oh my god, it's so
new
good.
like space jellyfish mount, which I like it. It's like it's just the level checker again for me though. But I
Of
think
course
that
it is,
it's
but it looks so cool.
Yeah, your opposing sided is different on the level checker. In the level checker one, it looks like you're imprisoned. You seem a bit
And you
more
start
willing
sat
here.
down.
yeah, you have willingly been ingested.
We'll say this is just infinitely much more interesting already than the last Beast Tribe. Like,
yeah.
I struggled to get through that Beast Tribe and like care, but
Yeah.
this is already has.
No,
a
we
much
haven't really done a review for the Arca Soldier. It wasn't.
Soldier review. I don't care.
We
The
did a
end.
preliminary one, but
Yeah, we did a preliminary one. It wasn't that exciting
no,
overall.
no.
No, it wasn't. But this one might not be as well. It just looks.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like this one intrigues me more than the Exodara one was sort of like out of nowhere, kind of. This one has been lingering ever since the MSQ.
Yeah, I find the Omicron inherently interesting as a race.
Right.
Because I'm big into robot finds humanity as like a plot point.
Yeah.
And the idea of helping a bunch of the other like races at the end of the universe is also very exciting to me. Like I would love the chance to talk to the global citizens and see what they think about this.
Yes.
Like
yes.
already a very cool premise. If it fails to deliver, at least I'll get some interesting flavor text.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that concludes part 1 of the live letter. Okay, this is where the live letter started.
That's not an onion.
This is a Mandragora here. This is a mount.
Though later on we see that there are 2 other types of mounts.
Yes.
They show us the menu in Japanese, but there is also an onion knight and an eggplant knight mount. Or
Okay.
eggplant wizard, I think, as it is.
They show us like an overview of the island to show how big it is.
Yeah, they show off the great textures from a distance. It's like Heavenswood all over again.
Yeah. But they show there's some little islands in the
There's some
water as well.
It looked big, but like less big than I expected. But then he spent like 5 minutes flying down to the ground, and I realized how huge it was.
Yeah.
He was very high up.
Yeah, it's big. It's a big area, and it's a big area that you're alone on. Like that's your island. So, well, except for my little special cave. If you know, you know.
I just want to dive.
Oh, thank God you said dive.
No, I didn't say the other thing. You know what I said. I just want to be able to swim underwater, and that is something that if I had the energy to, I would write on the forums.
Right. Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree.
You will start.
It needs a barrier around it.
Someone will bring us here. Like he said, by the way, for this beach. He didn't say who. So
no.
That's,
I have to assume this is some sort of Charlian endeavor based on who we interact with.
Yes. He shows us a guide here. Now, I will say, okay, like I love Yoshi P and I love, you know all this, but he then says before he talks to this robot, this mammoth, the tutorial, there's a 2-hour tutorial. Then he proceeds to do almost the entire tutorial on stream, which I'm like, did we need to do that? Couldn't you just, had it all unlocked?
Can you let us do the tutorial? Isn't that the whole point of the tutorial?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted him to show off Island Sanctuary, but I wanted him to show off like late game or like mid game Island Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Not literally what I'm going to do on the first day.
No.
So I don't get any surprises.
No.
Yeah, this mammoth is called Nekomimi-san, which means what, Rollo?
Cat is what he just said.
That's one part of it.
Rollo, why are you asking Rollo, who's having connection problems? You have to stop.
I'm sorry.
What does Nekomimi mean?
What does Nekomimi mean, Rollo? For some reason, Georgi is quizzing you on Japanese.
No, now I just asked you. I asked you now, Likio.
Oh, okay.
Cat mammoth.
No, it means cat ears. Chad already said it.
Okay. All right. I don't speak Japanese. All right.
I thought you were learning it on Duolingo.
6 years ago.
Well,
I'm not.
You should be quite good.
I clearly. The whole meme was the 3 things that I still remember is Neko, Tori, and Inu. That's all I know. Okay. Moving on. So he initiates the tutorial with Nekomimi, and he shows off. This is so much, but we're seeing some menus here. All of this got brand new menus with its own designs.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Wow.
It's so nice when you get to see them design menus from the start rather than have to use what the game already has in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has so you
It's very ugly UI when you think about it.
Oh,
All
14.
the
Yeah,
grey.
we talked about that before. Yeah,
Oh, the default
yeah.
UI.
I don't
okay,
even
yeah.
understand what the
I was
design.
thinking this UI looks
should-
nice.
No.
No.
New stuff's good. Like the new achievements menu, beautiful, but the old
Yes.
one, good.
Yeah. So this is what we start with. So there's like 4 buttons that you can't interact with. So you have like some sort of satchel.
Your satchel, building menu, crops menu. Building is in like crafting.
Yeah.
And then building menu is in like building maintenance.
Yeah.
And then the clam one is
I don't
we
think he
don't know what the
ever.
clan
It's a
one is.
checklist. It has a
Like a
tick on it.
checklist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then free roaming minion button, then a help button. And then the top left is like change mode, because in order to do anything on this island, you have to be in a special 1.0 mode.
Yeah. See, that's where the 1.0 spaghetti like rears its ugly head. Is that they have this. For you to do certain things, you have to be in a certain mode, and it has to be done through this menu. Which
Yes, I'm
yeah.
gonna like justify it internally as like it's like you're changing the tool you're holding in your hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So the first thing they show here, which is the satchel, it's the Sanctuary Gathering log. So you have there's a log here where of all the things you can find in the world. It doesn't say how many there are, but you can easily add up there. That's 5 in a row. So
Unsatisfying.
yeah. Oh, it's unsatisfying. Yeah.
Well, that's not complete. They're going to keep
31.
adding to it. They said all items gathered on this isle will be put on in your island sanctuary exclusive pouch, and they will not clutter your inventory.
That's
so don't
so
worry
good.
about having to clean your current one.
That is very
My
good.
pouch.
My pouch. There's a material pouch.
I think this menu upsets me more.
Yeah, this one's a little
With the
upsetting. So
check,
this is the one that contains. So this is the log. This is the pouch.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is your island sanctuary inventory. What do these tabs mean? Are those just?
I think they're just different types of like materials.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
these are all plants.
Right.
plants and then rocks and then I don't know,
Okay.
fruit.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fish.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay, and then this is now we're heading into the gathering area. So now you have to switch to gathering
Yeah.
mode,
And
then
that'll highlight the nodes on the map.
it'll highlight the nodes, and then you click to collect, and it just happens pretty much instantly, which
Yeah.
I'm fine with because going by what we've seen, you're going to do a lot of this. So
I think this is the fact that you have to switch modes is kind of it serves a purpose in the sense that you're not overwhelmed with like things to click on.
right,
Because like
okay.
I imagine if all of them were active, you'd have like all these creatures highlighted, all these gatherables highlighted all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did some collecting here. Oh, we should probably point this out because I don't think we'll do it here. There's the sprint in this world on your island has a super short cooldown. So you can essentially sprint continuously forever because it actually becomes available before sprint runs out. So
yes. And the mount speed is also higher than what it is elsewhere, apparently.
Right.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
going to be zooming around.
I do agree. Again, it kind of shows this. There is some spaghetti. I will give them I mean, this is a brand new thing that they're doing. That's why it's like this. But why not just use the PvP system where it's a toggle? I don't know why that's not possible here. But I'm sure there's some spaghetti
PvP
that's
action.
too difficult. Okay, so
A poo pose.
yeah, you see these Opos, you can't do anything with them right now because we only have the gathering mode on, but you will unlock a capture mode later on. Yeah, so again, it's all what you can do is determined by which mode you're in. We go back here. He gets some materials to make a sort of a was it a hatchet or like a
He makes a hatchet, so he's upgrading,
Yeah.
guys. Minecraft.
Yeah, it's kind of Minecrafty. We gathered enough materials, now we can craft a tool which doesn't require any crafter skills either. Earlier we could only pick up stuff with our hands. Now we can use the tool to gather different items. So that sort of unlocks, I guess, more items that you can get from the island.
You get 3 items now.
Yeah. And then they buried someone who had passed away, sadly, dramatically. No, they put, this is the marker for a building. And then they, so they show the materials required for the island hall.
Yeah,
Thankfully,
very
we
low,
didn't have
but
to
this is
watch
level
him
1.
gather all these.
No.
He used his god powers to acquire them.
Yes.
Well, no, he used because he paid for them on the, because you can pay to progress the crafting. It's like a mobile game.
Don't you stop.
It's not like
Mailer's
that.
lying.
He is lying.
This is not a thing
He
that we know
cheated.
about.
No. Okay, so there's a cute little animation of little worker mammoths building
They're so
the house.
cute with their hats.
Yeah. And there it is, the level 1 building. Island hall. He also then showed off this. Yeah, go on.
Well, the early buildings can be built instantly, but as you progress, the more complicated ones will take 12 hours. Similar to in Animal Crossing, you have to wait until the next day for them to be built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's something you log on, do for a while, and then you leave.
Yeah. Your island will rank up, and by gathering items, building things, you'll gain experience to progress further.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, we've already reached. Oh god, there's so many pictures for this. Okay.
So,
Right, Rollo, you're gonna have to
in
do some
regards to the
interlude.
building,
No.
no, I was not going to let him do it. So, in regards to the building aesthetics, while they change as you upgrade them, you can choose to use visuals from previous ones.
Yeah.
If you prefer
Yeah.
the earlier versions of the
That's a
building.
nice idea.
And also, ranking up and gathering things on the island also provides you with the equivalent of island scripts. Who provides you with these and who you're giving them to? Who knows? But they're the currency of this island for some reason.
Yeah. Yes. That is all I have to add to that.
Yeah. Hopefully we're able to upgrade our buildings to look a bit more civilized.
Yes.
And I'm
A
Brolo.
little bit further. Hello, Rollo.
Okay, well,
Around here.
Yeah, it's around here. Okay, so this is showing him leveling up here.
Completing the early quest seems to provide you with quite a decent amount of experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
and
the
then
later ones, I imagine, are going to be quite slow.
so they show two. There's an orchestrion player or a gramophone, and 2 NPCs, one purchase and one trade.
Yeah.
Which
then I don't. Yeah, they'll have better names in our one.
Yeah, this is the.
I don't really know the difference between purchase and trade.
Well, trade seems to be like using
trade
the
is
currency.
like exchange.
Yeah,
scripts.
yeah. And it showed off some gear. This is so funny. When they showed this off, the brightness is just so high. It just the aura on the right is just annihilated. They are just. It's just a floating wig.
Yes.
But yeah, there's some. What do you call them?
Oh yes, this is an interesting thing about this picture of this Hrothgar. This is one of the hairstyles that was not available by default, but if you can see, this Hrothgar has ears.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that is
true.
something that they are addressing.
True.
Oh
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Snow's?
Yes,
It is Snow's hair. Yeah. They also showed off. There's two different outfits.
The second one's quite nice. The first one is
a bit generic.
we
I feel
basically
like
already have
it's
it.
something we already have.
Yeah.
In both of these pictures, you see the woman wearing shorts and the man wearing long pants, but neither are gender locked.
No. So, yeah.
Don't worry.
The
They are
NPC
2 separate items. One is
They are
short,
2
one is
separate
pants.
sets of pants.
Yeah.
Similar to the street outfit that's available on the lodestone. On the mog station.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then he showed off making like a little
Farming.
farm area.
It's
You
very
have to,
simple. You put the crop on, and then you water it.
yeah,
You have to be yes, planting seeds and watering seeds are separate modes again.
yes,
Obviously.
That is true.
yes.
But he plants some like pumpkins or something. I don't know.
And then if it rains in the world, it'll water it for you. You don't have to water then. But yeah, so then we move
If
on.
you forget it's he says that they'll stop growing, but it doesn't say that they'll die.
No. So moving on,
It's stress-free.
we are now building an animal like pen for animals.
Exactly what keeps them inside, who knows? There's no gate. And
No.
very large holes between each of the fence posts.
Yeah.
Well, it's just our discipline that keeps them in.
So you go out in the wild, you go into capture mode with a net. You can see that you need to craft nets. I guess they are expendable.
They're
so,
they're a Pokeball.
Similar to a
basically.
hatchet.
yeah.
They can be used 3 times according to this.
Yes,
Before
3
you
times.
craft a new one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he caught an Oppo, put it in there, and he showed that you can
Nice. You can name it.
name it. It shows some more details about what
You
they.
can water it, you can love it, or you can, as Mela said during this live stream, cancel it.
You can cancel it.
Yeah. If it says something inappropriate
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
to your sensibilities, you just click that button and it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Naming, of course.
No, we've reached that again, Mikhail.
Oh, we've already reached the end.
It's
Mhm.
because there's so many.
There's so many I
There's-
can't
Well,
emphasize
a lot
enough.
of them are like just the next part of
Yeah, it's just a
an
lot
event.
of. Yeah.
The farm animal management. I maybe like pen level 1 or the number. It had 5 creatures as the limit.
I hope you get at least like 20.
Yeah, I think it's either that you upgrade
Oh.
the pen or you have to build multiple pens. But yeah.
That is possible, yeah. That like you can have multiple of the same like facility, depending on what you want to focus on.
Yeah.
I hope they do some like it didn't go into detail on what the farm animals do.
Well, you could have an entire like herd of muscle horses.
No. All right, we're just
Yeah,
gonna skip ahead here. He shows us building some other stuff, but then he showed us minions. You can release minions into certain parts of the map. Very straightforward.
Up to 40?
Yeah, up to 40.
Up to 40 total.
There are
Yeah.
at
Put
least.
them all in one section if you want, but it'd be quite crowded.
This is only a small part of the island, obviously, but on this small part, there's 4 different areas you can place your minions.
It puts
So-
down a fat chocobo.
Fat chocobo and a little baby chocobo, I think he put down as well. And then he just flew around a little, showing us what was around.
It's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a nice place.
And then it gave this weird.
Yeah, this I feel like could have maybe
I liked this.
covered most of.
Oh,
Yeah. Go
he
on.
also confirmed that you need to clear the 6.0 story to be able to
Yes,
unlock the island.
of course.
That's fair.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
what can
So
you gather materials,
plant crops, care for animals, landscape terrain, build facilities, sell handicrafts, release minions, earn rewards, explore the wilds.
3 slides.
Yeah.
I don't think the last one is really like a feature. I feel like that's kind of stretching it so that there's 9.
Yeah, they needed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, now we can move on to variant dungeons.
Oh, and also, quickly, Island Sanctuary, they said that they plan to update it like once every 2 or so patches.
Yes.
Yes. Which is a nice pace because it's a lot to do, I think.
Yes.
More frequently than Blue Mage.
Yeah. Variant dungeons. I'm sorry, what mage? Red mage? We're not doing this bit again. All right, variant dungeons. Variable difficulty dungeons, previously introduced as criterion dungeons. Level 90 casual play for 1 to 4 players, 4-player party when matched. No role restrictions. This is all the stuff we already knew. Enemy strength determined by party size. Route of progression branches based on player action. We go to the Sildi subterrane where you explore the depths alongside a certain someone. So this is like proof that they were just reusing the old slides because we already know. Variant actions, we don't have to go. But this is where they show them off.
Yeah.
So these
So
are
we
the
know what we're
variant
getting.
actions. So you get a variant cure for tanks and DPS, which is obviously the heal. Variant ultimatum. Look who's come back.
Hooray.
provoking
Why is it only here?
provoking
Please
nearby
bring this
enemies.
back for paladins,
Yeah,
at the very least.
Please bring this back for every tank,
Yeah.
Mailer. Don't be
Make
selfish.
paladins the best.
what do you think? We have personality for jobs in this game? That doesn't happen. Provokes nearby enemies for tanks, healers, and DPS, so everyone gets it. Race, variant race, revives one ally, available for tank and DPS. Spirit Dart for tank and healer, and Rampart for healer or DPS. All of them obviously having the prefix variant, but you know.
So,
Yeah.
healer only gets 3. Healers
Yes.
get 4.
Yes.
Which is fine.
I mean, because you have
Healers
to
can
get.
cure already and race, so it's
Yeah.
We
fine.
don't need to cure arrays.
No.
Yeah.
But just sad to be a healer, I guess.
It makes deciding which ones we need less difficult.
What do you mean
Well, it's
sad
true.
to be a healer?
You would. I don't think you would.
Do you think
ever
it's
need
fun to
ultimatum
just get
either.
more buttons? Be like, oh, I have many
Yeah,
buttons.
I love buttons.
Okay.
You just need Spirit Dart and Rampart anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to use variant ultimatum. So
Why?
that's all I'm going to use.
I mean, we need it
Because
if we
I
don't have a tank.
prefer to have aggro.
Oh yes, true.
Yeah. Okay, so this shows the special dungeon finder, name pending for English. I'm not sure
More
that's going to be our
beautiful
name.
new UI, and then
Yes.
you're going to the duty roulette, and it's ugly.
Duty roulette, duty finder, yeah.
Um,
This shows that kind of daunting thing underneath of Nanamo, which is the endings
Yes.
that you have unlocked.
yeah, look,
Mhm.
Romo, there's 12 different endings, and they've only unlocked one of them. And
Oh,
I think in one of the next few slides, you'll see that it involves Lolorito.
Yes, yes.
ooh, my revenge.
Yeah. You get 40. Is that which tome is the one that's staying? They all look the same to me
Who
now.
knows?
I don't know
Very?
which.
The current one.
The current. Oh, is
The
it?
current tome, and then 25 of the new one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're over tomes.
Yeah, we're over tomes. I've been through so many tomes in my life.
Yeah.
I cannot, for the life of me, remember which one we have. Halves. Okay. So, anyways, you can select which variant actions you want Nanamo
Yeah.
to have. So that's
Can
kind of
we
interesting.
appreciate this UI?
No, I think
that apparently you have to select just like the left-hand one from the left-hand column
Mhm.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Like you can't just drag it on or something. Like
No.
it has two menus with them all on.
I mean,
That's true.
it's a choice, but I think it makes it very
I don't
easy
know
to
about
understand which slot they're going into because you can't move those.
guess.
That yeah,
I guess.
but yeah, it is kind of funny. I
No,
agree.
I mean, fine. It's just
Yeah. Then these are the lore bits that you unlock
this is big.
in
I love
in
that.
this. Yeah, it looks very nice.
That's a lot of
and-
information.
Yeah,
So much information.
12 different
They've
pages.
they've been more and more willing to just dump lots of information on you. This started with like Bosnia.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have now a collection menu with lore dumps from Bosnia, the codex with lore dumps from the MSQ and side stories,
Yep.
and
No, it's
now
only the MSQ.
just the MSQ, and
Yeah.
now a third lore menu in this.
Isn't it a little sad to think
The
that
consistency isn't key here, I guess.
I feel like the post Moogle quest died for this, but in the end, maybe it's. I mean, we got something good out of it. I just don't think post Moogle quests are ever going to come back now that we have a system like this.
No, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
suppose with this you can always go back and read it whenever you want. Whereas post Moogle,
Yeah,
once
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gone, it's gone.
But imagine the post Moogle thing would have been perfect to have a system like this as well. Like,
100%.
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah,
This is around when he said that variant dungeons for 1 to 4 players. You can go as 1, 2, or 4, not 3.
right. Yes.
No, don't be
Um,
weird about it. Don't be weird no 3.
so I can't help but notice the symbol on the door. Is that the sigil of like Sildee? Have we ever seen
Must
it
be
before?
Sildee. It's like it's
I
two. Is
haven't
it two
seen so.
roses? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of is Ishgardian in some respects, but it must be Sildee.
Yeah.
Because it looks like the Immortal Flames, like or Uldan color scheme.
Kind of. Yeah. But I
Um,
thought, didn't Sildee have the flame, or no,
They
wait,
had
what
the
was the
flame and the
motif?
fruit.
The flame and the fruit. Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, but I don't think that's in this one. But maybe we'll learn more about it when we get the dungeon, I guess. But it could be the Thorn Dynasty crest as well. That's true.
Oh, what? Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Especially since the Thorn Dynasty is associated with Little Ladies Day.
Yes. Yes. There's Nanamo in her adventurer outfit, which is pretty cool.
I like it. It's cute.
Yeah. And here we enter the Sildine subterrane. There's text, flavor text, of course, when you go through this dungeon with Nanamo. And here we have the 3 doors, which you have to make a choice. It seems like Nanamo has like a choice, like she wants to go through a specific one. Look at where she's standing, but that's interesting.
That also differs each time. She doesn't always lead to the same path.
Ah, okay, that's cool.
I guess you don't have to do what she says.
Right? No,
you don't have to do what she says. If you have more than one player, the amount of players standing on a tile and the time will decide the route.
Yeah.
It's a voting system.
Yeah. Okay. We go in here. Here we are in a crack. Looking like there's lots of things in here.
Very amicable.
Oh shit! How could we already have reached the end? All right.
Because there's so many slides.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if we saw one in any of these slides, but there are loot boxes in here, and similar to what's it called? The like raids from Bosnia, the Southern Front, and Zadnor. The loot boxes are personal, so you do have to. You each have to interact with them. It's not party wide.
Yeah, that's right. He also he passed some. He did pass some.
No, the Dalriada, wasn't it?
Oh, he did pass some chests, and he didn't open them, which is interesting because we don't know really what the rewards are other than one item that we know for sure. There's a mount, but other than that,
it could just be like RNG where you could get the mount and you could get just battle items. So
fireworks.
Yeah. Oh, there's some of those.
Give me them ancient Sildine fireworks.
give me one for the Mithril Eye.
Oh God, love Mithril Eye.
I don't think that existed back then, and I'd be really upset if I get Mithril Eye fireworks from this dungeon.
So he said that one route will have 2 bosses as opposed to 3 from normal dungeons. So that's an interesting change. We couldn't have unique bosses for each route, but even if the model is the same, some will have different mechanics. So
yeah. I think he demoed the boss briefly.
Remember that he talked about in the interview before we got to this that there will be like buttons you can press that will change their mechanics and stuff as well. So
yeah,
it
wasn't like it didn't look super in depth, but this is the easy version mode.
Yes, this is easy mode. This is just for the lore essentially. So then he showed off that this is a mount, the royal pet that we fight at some point. There's even a
reason why I can fly.
Yeah.
Not like the horses or many other things in this game.
Don't think about the horses.
For no reason.
The sexy, muscly horses. The Criterion dungeons, which is the savage mode. Sorry, the extreme this is the extreme and savage mode. If you want the savage mode, you add an extra S to the ass. We already know this information. That's a 4-man savage mode. Players of fewer than 4 players supplemented via matching. But for savage, you need preformed. Yeah, this is the savage one. You need to be preformed. So
Ass
now
can match. Ass savage can't.
Yeah, this is the savage. This is the extreme one.
You can only pick one variant action in the hard mode.
Yes,
and obviously you can't pick any in.
You can't pick any in the hard mode. I believe he said that you only get variant raise.
Yes.
But on this, you just get raise, but you don't get raise in savage.
No,
no, you don't get anything in savage.
So he showed off.
That's interesting.
Some things. There is like a flower in the middle there, and I wonder if that's also related to.
Yeah, that's interesting.
My Sildee lore is rusty. I need to go brush up on that. But yeah, so this is him going through. I think this is the extreme version, or is this?
This
is the extreme
was
version.
Yeah.
He's got the
extreme, not
rays there.
savage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, so this is interesting. So you have, well, it's not interesting because it's, when you think about it, it's just how every dungeon works. But the way he presented it made it sound like it was very like, this was like a new thing. But if you think that's how every dungeon works, you have to kill all the mobs for the boss to appear. The one difference is that some mobs must be killed in a certain order, otherwise you might be in trouble because their mechanics might overlap. That's all he said, but yeah.
Yes, the patrolling mobs traverse around, so you might want to pull those one at a time.
Yeah.
It's a bit different in the sense that like you can kill them in any order.
Yes.
Obviously, there's a more ideal order, but like it's not like a dungeon which is a regular dungeon which is more linear.
Right. Once you beat all the mobs, you get a recast for your race. So you get, it reloads or replenishes your race action, and then we fight. This is also a boss in the variant dungeon, but in the Criterion dungeon, it's a lot stronger. The bosses in the normal mode will feel like Savage floor 1.5, floor 3, and floor 4. In the Savage difficulty, not even the mob attacks have ground indicators. The Savage difficulty is definitely aimed... Yeah, go on.
I hope that's not what he means. The extreme version, I assume, is what he means by normal mode, is the equivalent of up to floor 4 of Savage. I hope that's what he means about the Savage version.
Oh, sorry. I think he goes... Oh, yeah.
The normal, like the extreme mode, is quite hard. Maybe the Savage version of this seems like it's going to be very difficult because it's, like Ukiya was saying, it's aimed at people who've already cleared Abyssos.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's hard. That's very high.
Yeah. Yeah. A boss fight is of course shorter than any 8-man fight. The pace is faster, but the fights were really, really fun. Yeah, so he showed off some fighting with this creature.
Yeah. So it puts down little brushes which do like, I think this one was like a knockback.
Yeah.
But then halfway through the fight, he just did something and they all just changed color, and I couldn't catch how they changed color, so definitely will take a good number of attempts, I think.
Yeah, well, that's it for the Criterion dungeons. They look like a lot of fun, but Savage is not something most people will be doing for a while, I think.
We'll probably be doing that day one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so then they kind of brushed past a lot of this stuff. They show off some housing items.
Jesus's manger.
A new door. A map?
I don't like the door.
Yes. Fake door.
There are a few options here. So it could be a replacement for your front door, but it's not. I mean, they would never do that.
It's a fake door.
There's no way this is the front door.
A door that you can interact with and open, but then why is the light shining through like that? Or it's just a fake door.
It's like a window, but it's
going to put a stupid fake window door on the side of the house.
Mela, a lot of people do that. You know, they just wanted to give the illusion. Nowhere.
It gives the impression. It can give the impression that the inside is larger, Mela.
Yeah.
I guess, but I don't. I think this one's a weird choice.
There's some hanging plants as well, and some pots.
Yeah, they're nice. And the map of
from the ceiling,
big Eorzea.
Do we have any things that hang from the ceiling other than chandelier, like lighting fixtures?
It's very rare to have a hang. It could be a wall-mounted thing, and it's just off-screen.
That's also true.
That's also true. Yeah. They also showed some the solution.
Big Eorzea yet?
Sorry, what? Have we got what?
Have we got Big Eorzea yet as a map?
Big Eorzea? No, we don't have Big Eorzea. This is not Big Eorzea. This is Hydaelyn. This is the 3 continents. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
So I think that is a new map.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They have solved the housing crisis. Tents are now available.
Where's my Coleman cross promotion?
Yeah, there's also a camping set, which is cute.
I like it.
Yeah, but
if you want to live on my lawn, let me know.
Yeah. They also, this is big, and he's sort of the fact that he just kind of brushed over this was kind of weird.
Yeah.
They have.
Why would you brush? This is like
huge
when
portraits.
They get a portrait. It's It's a big
and
deal.
the portraits look really good. So you know, that's
They're gonna see
listen.
how.
all the
Sorry,
scions.
what?
The soup room, Mela. You know whose portrait is in there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Tataru, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The room, their
Yeah.
portrait.
Okay, I know this is the
I
last slide,
wonder-
but yeah, go on.
Oh, I was like, I wonder if they'll be able to use these like purchase statistics, or like whoever has these items to like to determine the popularity of the scions, like
That would be
successfully.
fun.
I mean, I don't think they'd ever tell us that information.
Like what?
I think the most
Oh,
we'll ever
wow.
get about popularity of characters will be from like
That looks
external
like a new
polls.
piece of merch.
Oh yes, we have
Mm.
reached this part of. So that's essentially it for the patch. Now for some, I just really we need to
Fluff.
talk about this. There's first of all, Eorzean Symphony, fine. It's happening in Japan, fine.
Japan only.
There's no
Okay.
digital, fine.
Yeah.
We're not going there, fine. What the fuck is this? They show off this microplastic flower, soon to be
The turtle
microplastic,
killer.
the turtle killer, which
You're paying 4,000 yen extra for this,
yeah,
and you think, it's like a glow stick you use at a live event. No, they're telling you not to do that.
yeah, they're telling you not to do that. This is not a toy. This is a beautiful collector's item. Until you see it in real life, there is just something so unnecessary about its existence that I just can't get over.
Oh yeah, it's stupid.
It's
It
like,
doesn't even do what an Alpis flower is meant to do.
like, yeah, that's the main point. Is like it doesn't even change color. It only stays in white
No.
forever. And you can't really see it well in this picture, but at the bottom of the like base where the light is, you can see all the internal electronics because it's see-through, right? So
Yeah,
it's so ugly.
take me back to Gen 6 of consoles where you can see the technology inside it.
It just looks cheap. Twinbee, listen, I would love that if it changed colors during the concert. It does not. It has nothing to do with the concert experience. In fact, they told them, don't use it as a glow stick. It is not intended for such a thing. Then what is it for? Is it to just sit and hold in a room? Sit at home and be like, oh, my little flower. You're gonna buy a vase and put it in? And I'm like, oh, look at my little flower. Like, what is it for?
Do you think you can recharge it? Or change the
Oh my
batteries, or do
God.
you think it just runs out?
I think it may just run out.
Anyways,
That's worth 40 quid.
I'm glad I got that out of my system. I hate this
Maybe
flower.
I'm still
Yeah.
living in an old
But
economy, but that
yeah.
seems
Give it
expensive
to your
me.
son or daughter as a nightlight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
if you hate them.
despite my seething hatred for the flower, it gave us this moment. Where
Yoshi P disapproves.
FoxClan offers a flower to Yoshi P, and Yoshi P
Just
is
chewing a flower in these trying times.
he's contemplating. All right. Anyways, moving on from that, there's 14 is gonna show up on PAX Australia 2022.
Yogi will be there giving us a live.
Georgi will be there, and he will give he will hug
Australia is
everyone.
expensive
Yeah, he'll
to go
hug
to,
you
and
and shit.
I don't know if it's worth it just to go to this.
No, because
He'll hug you.
I
in
think
person.
I think this will be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're planning something huge for this, but didn't they do something similar like a couple of years ago, or was it last
They've
year?
done this before. I don't
And it
think
wasn't
was
really
last year.
much.
I don't think there was a PAX Australia last year.
Yeah.
They last time they were at PAX Australia, they did do the trial challenge, which will probably be a new trial, or at least the most recent one.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind going to get the I Beat shirt, but I just know I'm going to get paired with a bunch of incompetent people, and we won't win.
No,
Right.
Yogi, because materia is quite new, so you can get yourself an IB Ifrit shirt or something of
Right.
that quality.
That's funny. Anyways, speaking of funny,
Oh,
This is funny.
this is so
I
funny.
cannot believe
Come on
my
down to
eyes.
Mount Shoot Farm.
They have made So for those that didn't know, haven't seen this, this is a new live stream thing they've got going, and they're using the old Mog Station logo, which is a bent over Moogle just exposing its open asshole, and they've called it
Well, that's
Mog
what
Shoot
most people
Farm.
see it as, but that's not what it is, Lakil. Don't say that. as if
Mog
that's-
Shoot. They know what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They took that is a bent over Moogle with an exposed asshole, and they called it Mog Shoot Farm. You cannot tell me that they didn't know. That is so fucking funny, and I'm going to watch it. You've won.
And
You won.
just to confirm, though, just to confirm what this actually is.
Oh, yeah,
this is,
sorry.
a farm in London.
Yeah. Called
You're
Mud
going to be
Shoot.
watching a live stream of sheep.
Cold.
Just so
Oh,
I can
Mud
see
Shoot.
a huge graphic with the bent over Moogle saying Mog Shoot Farm. Stream starting soon.
suspect
I
that
want to
graphic
see
will
that.
Not... Oh, okay.
I want
yeah,
peop-
they would probably
yeah.
use it at the start.
Yeah, it's a Moogle goatsy. Anyways, moving on to next. This was funny. While they were
This
talking,
is a strange slide.
they showed a slide of themselves promoting 6.2 patch note reading. Yeah, that's happening.
I hope they wear those outfits.
Yep. And then there is the 8th 14-hour broadcast, which will occur on the
So-
14th.
When I was copying,
Well,
when
that's-
I was
yeah,
when I was putting this slide into it, I thought that it was happening on the 14th of August. But no, those numbers at the top just mean it's the 8th 14-hour live
I've
stream.
literally just had that moment now. I'm like 14.
Yeah, I
that's
noticed
now.
that you were doing
Like,
that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, is that today?
Sorry, when is this broadcast?
No, they didn't give us a date, Lakil. They
Oh,
just told us it's happening.
It's happening. I see.
It's probably because it normally happens around the rising, around the around the anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. They said it was the 8th of October.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so there is a date. 8th of October. That's a
Okay.
weird time, but all right.
That's a strange time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not, okay, whatever.
I love this picture.
What
for,
will FoxClan dress up as?
Yeah,
this
I
time?
love this for two reasons. A FoxClan wearing that, and also the CEO of Square Enix giving huge
Mr.
Tanaka
NFT.
vibes. Yeah, Mr. NFT. This is exactly how
boring.
Tanaka looked around his employees during 1.0. So I think that's quite interesting as well.
I don't think he'll be there this time.
No. Well, I don't know. It feels kind of awkward now.
Maybe
with
a
him.
picture of him will be with a
Picture.
direct link to the web
think
space
what
where he lives.
Yeah.
I think a funny thing that I've noticed about this picture is the chairs that they're in can't slide, but the tables do. They have wheels.
Yeah. True.
That's an odd choice.
Yeah.
Also, the people at the front get nice, like, cushy leather armchairs, whereas the people at the back,
Also, glass separators for the
Swivels.
people in the back, but not the people in the front.
yeah.
The nobody's in the back.
Yeah. Okay, and then they showed off this cool jacket, which
This
wanna
is
check
cool.
yeah,
How much is it?
it's
It's like
75
£75.
pounds. It is
Ah, yes,
available for pre-purchase at Insert Coin. Oh yeah, so that's sqex.to/insertcoin. Squex.to. Okay, then The Unending Journey Volume 1 is now available as a digital book for Japan, so we're going to just kind of move on from that. There's also, we can move on from this as well, but it's in
Japanese
Japan, 50% off Final Fantasy XIV Online Complete Edition. And
Kring!
Yeah.
this
Kring!
It's cute.
now
He
hiring,
knows.
they're now
You
hiring
notice
game,
that it's not even available in Japanese?
right? True.
Because there was already one in Japanese, but it doesn't have any.
It's not Kring.
Okay.
It doesn't have any animation.
All right, so now they're hiring game designers. So if you want to do scenario, game content, or live systems in 14, that is available. There's a QR code on screen. Also for English and German translators, they need
Already put my application in for German translation.
of course.
Yeah. Jawohl. I got this.
Yeah, jawohl. What is das?
just-
Wasser.
Yeah, that's how I started. I was like, Guten Abend, wo ist das Wasser?
Yeah. Okay, we're at the end now. Huge
This
moment.
happened.
Huge
Gay
moment.
rights.
Huge
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Gay rights. They said gay rights. And that's it. our
But
boys.
then they were immediately separated.
Yeah, they
the
were.
CEO ran in.
That's enough.
No,
It's
none
quite
of
enough of that.
Unfortunately, unlike Nintendo, Square Enix has not publicly announced that they will support any
No,
marriage of any kind.
no.
Or same-sex marriages, I should say.
Yeah.
I prefer marriage of any kind. That's much funnier.
Yeah.
We do not support the sanctity of marriage.
Let's just end. Let's end on this
Yeah,
picture.
it's cute.
All right, that's the live letter. Let's go back here. Good live letter.
Yes, it was
had a
very
lot of
good.
Yes, it was very good.
information. Maybe we got to see a little too much of Island Sanctuary. But thankfully, I don't remember.
That's
very
always
well.
the case, though. There's always one feature that they show a bit too much of every
True.
live letter, and I'm okay with it being Island Sanctuary because it was one of the more interesting examples of that in previous live letters.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's that. Thank you, everyone. That's the end of the episode. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Remember to follow on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/Speakers of Heidelin, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, Discord and chat if you're watching live, if you're watching on demand, links in the description. Remember to send us mogmail, speakersxiv.com/mogmail, and you could, there's lots you can ask us about now, or tell us about the live letter. Maybe you don't agree with our opinions. Which
we can just shred those ones.
We usually just delete those.
Yeah, we will print them out and then shred them.
We will print them out and then we'll read them aloud to each other and then we'll laugh and then we'll make fun of you and then we'll delete them. So please send us mogmail, speakersxiv.com/mogmail. We'll see. Yeah,
questions about the live letter. We'll probably have the patch notes by then. So if you have very quick opinions about that, you can ask us about that too.
Yes. All right. Well, that's it, everyone. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Tomorrow, Sunday Fun Day. See you then. Goodbye.
Bye.